I was generally a little bit upset at Ethan because he knew the
Do you release this stuff publicly?
Get off my please. Anyway.
If I'm not
Discord,
jealous, then
okay?
leave.
Because you say you don't
If you're not a dumb
You
bitch,
say
then
you-
get the fuck out of this call.
Kelly,
What is going
I
on
don't
with
give
you?
Listen.
I think you.
I guess I'm playing you, dumb. Holy shit. Because this lack of self-awareness is insane. You are losing your mind out here.
Wait, are you mad right now or just passionate?
Hassan is like one of your exes, and you're trying to like flex like so hard and like forever. It's
I
like,
do.
like
My goal is I want to be one day on stream with 50,000 viewers, and I want to send Hassan a picture in Twitter DMs, and I want to go, I got your whole viewership on my wrist, bro.
That's crazy.
oh my god.
I'm gonna follow my heart, okay? If I meet him, I meet him. All right. If he likes me, he likes me. And you know what, Destiny? If it somehow happens and you aren't even aware of it, you're never gonna be aware of it. And I'm gonna be happy because I stayed true to myself, and he liked me for me.
Okay.
I mean, I can manifest it, and then it'll do it itself. And my birthday's coming up, so the universe will want to gift me even more. So
There you go, dude. Just keep manifesting. That's all you need to do.
I know why you say that. Because you're like, oh, yeah, manifest it, but it's not going to happen if you don't take any action. But, like, I don't know what to do. Like, how do you do that? How do you... Because, like, I don't want to, like...
It's like you're like asking, it would be like me asking you, like, if I wanted to Ariana Grande, how would I do it? Like, I'm probably closer to getting to Ariana Grande than you are to XQC.
I just really miss that era of content. I feel like there's a lot to do with that kind of stuff. I feel like you flying out IRL, like I don't even know what the back of Vosh's head looks like. I feel like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know what the back of his head looks like.
Have you
I
seen
feel like
the,
I know what every angle of your fucking face looks like because you've done so much content in real life, and I feel like that only serves to benefit you. And I know now you're talking about like starting a, like long-term plans to start a media company. I feel like
Yeah,
that's
true.
a good. What? Why are you laughing at that?
I'm not just...
No, why are you laughing?
Because it's a meme. Listen, there's an unbelievable amount of just stupid behind-the-scenes shit that keeps hampering me that maybe in 5 years I can write a book about, but it's just like every time I'm close to pulling the trigger on something, there's just like, it's just the most ludicrous shit. And I'm sad because it's really good drama, but it's stuff that I can't talk about, and I don't think I can ever talk about publicly, but we'll see. But it's on the way.
Okay, well, in
okay?
terms of
Yeah,
in
it's
terms
on
of
the
having
way.
a media
Yeah.
company, it could be as simple as like a room that you rent out with a couple mics that you
True,
film.
which I'm closer to. Maybe by the middle of next month, I think I'll be there, okay? Now we're crossing our fingers on Erudite. She is our golden savior that is in the process of getting that done, so.
Okay, well, great. And that kind of stuff is like what makes the content good. I don't know that Hassan has made any content outside of like his bedroom. Apart from like, I think he did a basketball vlog or something, which nobody gives a fuck about a
Well,
basketball vlog.
he does content with, he does a few shows. And he does
But
leftovers
isn't it?
on Ethan's.
Okay, but isn't it just like the same exact show every time with the same exact guest and
Yeah,
everything?
basically, it's kind of the similar, yeah.
And leftovers is just like
It's like
it's
a
someone
stream,
who he
except
already
with Ethan.
agrees with,
Yeah.
who's his friend.
Yeah.
And like now recently he probably doesn't even want to do that because Ethan's shitting on him on leftovers.
Bro. Dude, that thing over the
Because
reaction.
Ethan's like,
Watching-
and Ethan seems to be reaching his breaking point with that guy. Ethan's taking some W's lately.
Yeah, watching his son do this cowardly thing where he's trying to like make everybody happy when he's like literally situated between like the Jews and the Nazis trying to appease both sides is actually fucking hilarious. Oh my god, dude, watching that, how uncomfortable he was when Ethan was just like roasting the fuck out of him and XQC and shit. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, the constant like sighing into the microphone, very long and deep, while Ethan would like say something. Very very. It sucked, and I don't know. I mean, it doesn't suck. I actually like seeing it happen, but I should say I wish he would do more content to the point that he would feel less uncomfortable by talking to those people. Imagine if some of these YouTubers like were willing to have conversations with each other in terms of like let's say like this crypto stuff. If they were willing to have like panels about that, like big YouTubers have panels where they talk about the ethics of that. That would be amazing. Or if Hassan would talk about like audience responsibility, or if he would like confront people in real life and have conversations where maybe it's someone he disagrees with and they try to find some kind of like meeting point for that kind of thing going on.
You know who could be the leader in the future on that? The unsung hero, a guy that I've had a lot of problems with that I'm slowly starting to like again, is fucking Ethan. Maybe. Right?
Ethan Klein? Yeah, I feel like he could be.
He did
but I
his
think
shit
that
with Pearl was really fucking funny and really good. He's done his shit with called xQc. Like he could do it if he wanted to.
the problem with him though is that he like XQC and Pearl are really easy targets.
I know.
I don't know if you saw that he disavowed his previous conversations with Jordan Peterson. Like, he disavowed even having the talk, like having that kind of conversation. He disavowed that.
Well, that
and so
sucks.
I think the problem with Ethan is, like, if it's an easy target, he's willing to, take them. Just like Hassan was willing to talk to Andrew Tate. I mean, that guy's not,
Over
known
the
for his
like
debating
women
skills.
driver thing, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Versus someone who's like a difficult challenge. Like,
That's why-
if he thinks he's so right about debating you, or like if he's so right compared to you, like, why doesn't he just tell you that to your face? But he's unwilling to do that because he knows it wouldn't make him look good.
Yeah. That's why Ethan needs to kick Hassan off and bring me onto the Leftovers podcast. That's what he needs to go to the next level, you know?
Yeah, or if he just brought you on with Hassan, but then Hassan would leave and then it would just be you and him. But that would be amazing. Yeah. Ethan is growing on me a little bit lately, but I feel like, XQC is just like, he can't even fucking speak English. Like, I feel like
Damn.
debating, he cannot. Debating that guy, is that really
That's
like the most?
I can't talk shit about XQC publicly because of my kit contract, but
Is that part of your contract?
no, I'm just fucking with you.
What? Okay.
As train wrecks, I can't talk shit about publicly. No, I'm just kidding. No, but you're right. Yeah, XQC, we did a little bit of prep for that convo, and then I watched him go in, and man, it was like insert sports analogy here for a team that gets completely blown the fuck out in the first quarter by another team. Like, it was aggressive.
I assume he's not going to do a conversation like that again.
I don't know, but yeah.
It didn't go well. And then, dude, after the fact, posting his watch in the DMs or whatever.
Yeah, bro. Like, and
That
that would
shit's
work
so
with some
funny.
people, but like, this is like a billionaire making fun of like 100 millionaire. Like, bro, like, you really think Ethan Klein, who's been in this business for how many years, with how many successful shows, with how many like, you think this guy is like, you're gonna intimidate him with a fucking watch? Come on.
I think it says a lot about how XQC sees himself. He sees himself as like a rapper. Like, he sees himself as like a cool, like, counterculture rapper who like can just kind of be like, well, fuck you, here's my cool money that I made and I don't give a fuck. Like, that's kind of how he sees himself, as like a Kanye type person. Like, but in reality, it's like you just watch other people's stuff.
Wow, excuse me. Careful. You're
do you
talking to
mean?
another React streamer here. Okay, be careful.
Okay, but he can't. Okay, he literally just watches other people's stuff. I've seen your reactions. You say something. Okay,
True,
overwhelmingly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it glazed me. Okay, that's cool. I'll take
It's true. What is that? Okay, this glazing thing. My chat, every time I talk about you, if I say you do something good, they're like, "You're glazing him." Just, dude, can I say something nice? Do I have to shit on everyone? Like,
That's what we do here, yeah.
it's good to. Maybe some people need to be glazed a little bit. Okay, maybe some
I agree.
glazing needs to happen.
Oh, shit. Hold on 1 second.
But even if you do, let's say you were just doing the clip chimp content, or you're just watching that stuff, right?
Yet the state of our union has never been stronger.
Interesting. Chat, guys. I know, guys. Listen. Most of the time, chat, guys, I'm like an ADHD Andy. Okay, whatever. But off stream, okay, chat, guys, I'm like a fucking Google, Wikipedia, fucking crackhead. Okay, I like to dig deep. I like to fucking start. I like to just chomp on. Okay, and sometimes when I see a 20-minute video, something shit is incredibly complicated. And when I see something being simplified for me, it doesn't make me feel good about the information. It makes me feel upset because I don't fucking get it. It seems more complicated, and it is being deliberately simplified for the sake of the video. And I don't like it. Let me ask him.
Power than almost.
Let me ask him. Let me call him. Oh, he's already on call?
Wait, do you and... Well, what's up?
Yo, what's up, man? Oh, there's a lot of people here, my bad. Are you guys doing something important or not?
No, I'm just trying to take your time here. He was glazing me, so...
It's not important.
What's up?
Alright, shut up, bro. Have you seen this video called Fudge. Sorry, I had it open a minute ago. It's about 9/11 or something, and it says like did you watch it or not? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. There's lots of 9/11 videos. Is it the new Pearl Harbor one? Is it a 6-hour video or?
He's not. You're funny. Is he? Is he?
Did you watch it or not? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. There's lots of 9/11 videos. Is it the new Pearl Harbor one? Is it a 6-hour video or?
No, that's what I just said. No. I'll link it to you. I'll link it to you. This.
He's not. He's probably in a private call.
This one. Remember, like,
No.
about 2 years ago, you drove me to a call,
No.
right, and we talked, right? And
No.
I said, what about the oil? Because I didn't get it, right? About the oil,
No.
right?
Okay.
And you said that it wasn't. But everybody keeps like always saying, it's the oil, right? And then this video says it's about
No,
the
I'm not
oil,
going to ask.
Right?
Okay.
Was it about the oil or not?
I'm not
And
gonna. I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna
opinion,
ask.
My understanding is that in the early 2000s, our interests in the Middle East would have been geostrategic, so relating to the alliances in the area.
No.
Then it would be about like
No.
securing oil. That would be my guess, because like we're already like trading partners with OPEC and shit. We're already getting like why Iraq? But I could be totally wrong on that. I haven't done
No.
like ultra deep dives into the Iraq war.
Watch. I'm just gonna say this.
Okay. What about what about 9/11 itself? Was it an inside job like all the zero head Andes in chat are saying? Or
Almost
not?
certainly not. There is no.
We're not watching this shit. Hey, clear chat. Clear chat. We're not watching anything. Hey, stop. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. So I made a fake AI. I made a fake AI. What are you What? What are you talking about? Stop. No, stop it. Stop. No. No, they're not. I'm not fangirling. What? Stop. I don't care. I don't care.
What's love got to do with it?
Yo, what's up, man? Oh, there's a lot of people here. My bad. You guys doing something important or not?
No, I'm just trying to interpret your time here. He was glazing me, so.
It's not important.
What's up?
Alright, shut up, bro. Have you seen this video called Fudge. Sorry, I had it open a minute ago. It's about 9/11 or something, and it says like did you watch it or not? You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. There's lots of 9/11 videos. Is it the new Pearl Harbor one? Is it a 6-hour video or?
No, that's what I just said. No. I'll link it to you. I'll link it to you. This one.
How 9/11 was used to sell a war. Oh, Johnny Harris.
Remember, like about 2 years ago, you drove me to a call, right, and we talked, right? And I said, what about the oil? Because I didn't get it, right? About the oil, right?
Okay.
And you said that it wasn't. But everybody keeps like always saying, it's the oil, right? And then this video says it's about the oil, right?
Okay.
Was it about the oil or not?
And my somewhat educated, somewhat uneducated opinion, my understanding is that in the early 2000s, our interests in the Middle East would have been geostrategic, so relating to the alliances in the area. Then it would be about like securing oil. That would be my guess, because like we're already like trading partners with OPEC and shit. We're already getting like why Iraq? But I could be totally wrong on that. I haven't done like ultra deep dives into the Iraq war, so.
Okay. What about 9/11 itself? Was it an inside job like all the zero head Andes in chat are saying? Or
Almost
not?
certainly not. There's no compelling evidence to show that it was. Yeah.
That's what I thought.
That's true. That is absolutely true.
What I was telling him, because bro, I've been watching the most fucking unhinged like documentaries and shit about like a bunch of stuff, and something that they were saying, right, is that even though something can melt at a certain degree, right? Doesn't mean that it's not gonna soften the material.
Yep,
True.
it's the whole jet fuel can't melt steel beams, but jet fuel can make
Yeah.
it lose its structural integrity. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, is that true? You believe in that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a property of, a mechanical engineer will tell you. I mean, is it true? I mean, I haven't tested it myself, but that would be my assumption that that's true, yeah.
So why is it so fucking brain dead then? Why is something so simple? When explained, of course, not simple. I'm sorry, at its core. So complicated for people to just understand.
The long and short is that nothing about 9/11 is simple. It was an unprecedented terror attack. Something like that had never happened in all of human history, flying a single commercial airliner into a building, let alone 4 simultaneously.
4, yeah.
Yeah, so it was already unprecedented, and then the physics and everything around what happened were also unprecedented, right? Like, up until that point, a mechanical engineer or an architect or a physicist, you're not asking questions like, what happens when a 747 flies at like Mach 1 into the, or not that fast, but like when a 747 flies into the side of a steel skyscraper, what happens next? It's an incredibly difficult question to answer for a variety of reasons. So there's a whole bunch of holes where we're like, can jet fuel really pour down an elevator shaft and explode? Can the integrity really blah, blah? So people try to poke holes in it and be like, well, isn't this really crazy that this happened? And the answer is, you've got to say multiple times, yeah, it is crazy that this happened. But the reality is the whole event was super crazy. Like, yeah, people don't,
Definitely was absolutely unhinged. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
Sorry, they might have been 737s. I don't remember the style plane. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's right. I just thought that it's like some of these concepts, not the result, just the concept itself. It's something that you could just say, right, and people get it, right? You know, like it's something like science, right? If you say, guys, if you put water, right, and you put it in a cold environment that's at a certain degree, well, it's gonna turn to fucking solid, right? It's gonna turn to ice, right? And most people will say, yeah, that makes sense, right? Because they see that in their daily life that water turns into
I
a solid.
understand what you're saying, but like these conspiracy theories are way more complicated than that. Like, there's reasons why people believe them.
Yeah, but the main drive is, but dude, the degree doesn't melt. That's like the main. Isn't that like the most number one conspiracy theory? It don't melt at this degree, low W. Isn't that like the main drive that people say?
I think there are more sophisticated theories than that now, but
Like what?
I don't know. There's a whole thing about like whether or not like planes even flew. That there's a documentary called The New Pearl Harbor. They claim that it was bombs inside the building, that planes didn't even fly into the buildings at all. Other people claim it was bombs plus planes. Other people claim that planes couldn't do it. Other people claim 9/11 happened exactly as it did, but the Jews knew about it. Other people claim that it happened exactly as it did, but the Jews knew about it and planned it. Other people say the United States planned it. Other people say the United States knew it was going to happen, but didn't do anything to stop it. There's like 50 million different huge conspiracies that like revolve around this stuff. Yeah. So it's hard to say, like, I'm not just going to sit here and say all of them are fake, because, like, all of them are dramatically different from one
why
another.
does everything that happens that's kind of dramatic, everybody assumes that there's, like, conspiracy about everything all the time? Why is not sometimes that something just happened the way that it did?
Because people like conspiracies because they give them other ways to explain all of their problems and everything in the world. It's fun to say there's, like, a big bad enemy and you can explain everything with, like, a certain theory or whatever. Like, that's just how people are. It's unfortunate, but that's just it's a pretty natural human thing.
Interesting. All right.
Okay. Well, anything else?
Yeah.
Friend here, Tom. But yeah, was there anything else?
Well, I don't give a about Tom. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I had other questions.
Okay. Give one more
Yay.
go.
Well, because I don't know Tom. That's how it is.
Turkey Tom. He's a big YouTuber. He's got like 1 million
It's time
subs.
to know me. It's time to get to know me.
He's
xQc,
21
okay?
years old. Okay, we've chatted multiple times in the past. He's made hit piece videos on you where he hates you.
That's not even true.
Oh.
That's not true. I haven't done that yet.
Well,
Why'd you come in here, X?
Well, because I had questions, yo. I had questions because I just watched this 9/11 video and I thought, who better than fucking meth guy will know about this shit?
Oh, okay. That's true. Well, the irony was that right before you came in, we were talking about you, which is why everyone in chat saying that I'm a pussy for not talking to you.
To talk about what, my muscles, my achievements.
No, we were going over like people that are fighting online and content spaces, and how you remember back in the day, xQc, there used to be like a whole bunch of blood sports with like politics, and now nobody wants to talk to each other. And then we brought up like Ethan is like reaching out to people to fight with people, and then your conversation with Ethan came up, and then right after that, you basically jumped in. So it was just kind of fun.
I had just finished calling you cringe for sending him a picture of your watch or whatever, and then you hopped in and were like, "What's up?" So that's what happened.
Oh, the watch. Well, I mean, the watch is one thing, right? There's a platitude of things I could have showed them that would display my superiority in net worth, but I didn't. I showed them my watch.
But you understand, like, the reason people find that cringe is like you just lost a debate, and your sort of cope is like, well, I have more money than you.
Yeah, but if that was the case, if that was the main goal, right? Then I would have probably done that publicly.
What
right?
was the main goal?
Well, no, I'm saying if that was the main goal, I would have just tweeted. I would have just tweeted, right?
But I feel like the main goal was to show him that like you have more money.
Oh yeah, but even in that scenario, right? I would have said that initially in the convo.
But you can say something without saying it. Like and you did explicitly say you're like, my watch is 50 times more valuable than your house or whatever, something to that effect, right?
Yeah, actually, I don't want to do this. I don't, because it's not meant to
scenario,
happen this way.
Right?
It's not meant to
I would
happen.
have said that initially in the convo.
No.
But you can say something without saying it. Like and you did explicitly say you're like,
don't do it.
My watch is 50 times more valuable than your house or whatever.
He's
to that
right
effect,
there.
Right?
Do it, Ella Deb.
No,
it's not the
I
time.
think the point.
I don't want to be
I feel like a lot of people think about that, and they like to believe that it's like that simple. And, like,
don't you think you should seize opportunities?
I
There
knew
is no
how much
opportunity.
his house was worth way back when, and I know my watch doesn't even compare to his house. His house, I think, is worth, I think it's worth 12 mil, something like that.
There is no opportunity, okay?
I genuinely told him in real life, I was like, bro, like I knew what your.
I don't want to use people. I don't want to use people. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I don't have perms. I messaged him. I did what I needed to do. That's all I can do. I'm not spamming Destiny. I'm not gonna act crazy. I'm proud. I'm glad that
asshole that does this shit. Then fuck it. Sure, that's fine.
So you were playing into his preconceived notion of you. Is that what you're saying?
I think. Hold on.
Okay, I stopped.
Sometimes I can translate xQc in.
I'm not that desperate. Like, I know, like, I don't want to be a clout chaser. Like, this is real clout chasing. Like, once you get to something like this, I think that this is when it does become clout chasing, when you want to talk to someone so bad. But, like, I do want to talk to him.
To come after on that particular topic.
But you can say something without saying it. Like, and you did explicitly say you're like, my watch is 50 times more valuable than your house or whatever, something to that effect, right?
No. I think you guys missed the point. I feel like a lot of people think about that, and they like to believe that it's like that simple, right? And they're missing the point entirely. The main drive of all that, right, is that there's a long convo before all that shit, right? But nobody really paid attention because I was being chill, understanding whatever. There was like a long thing, right? And he was just being a bitch at the end. And I just threw that out there. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be a bitch. At the same time, I've watched Ethan since like I was not even like an adult. I knew how much his house was worth way back when, and I know my watch doesn't even compare to his house. His house, I think, is worth, I think it's worth 12 mil, like that, right? Like I genuinely knew. I mean, told him in real life, I was like, bro, like I knew what your house was actually worth. That was a whole. Yeah, I was a fanboy, literally, which I don't think is a problem. I know people don't admit that they're fanboys is a problem. So all I'm trying to tell you is that like. I think people look at the conclusion, kind of word themselves backwards on like why I did it, and they're missing the point entirely.
So I feel like you just said a lot of words. I feel like they didn't really mean much in the end. Like I feel like there was no point to the things you just said to me.
There's a lot of points. You're just not listening properly.
I'm sitting here listening. I'm really trying to understand, and
because it was a normal like private conversation, right? It's like a one-on-one conversation. I was being very genuine about it. It was also about other things in it, right? And I even like admitted to things that like make me vulnerable, right? That are like, oh well, if that was public, I'd look like a little bitch ass, right?
So you're saying within the text there was a longer conversation, and the only part he showed was that part.
Oh, no, I think he showed the whole thing. Did he not?
I honestly don't remember. I remember
Exactly.
the watch thing.
So you only remember the watch thing. So it kind of fits the narrative. But at the end of the day, the narrative is wrong. It's just wrong. Like it actually is wrong. And I never really.
What is wrong?
Oh well, the narrative that like the whole thing was like a hostile. I lost. I'm a flex on you type shit. It just wasn't like that at all. Of course
So what was the point of the flexing? I guess would be the question then. Like, what was the? If there's a greater point, what is it?
Oh, I was sitting in the sun and I was like, I was just being sassy and I was like, I'm about to go to bed, literally. I didn't know I didn't open that combo until like a day later. Like I think
You're feeling sassy.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. I feel like that. Like once again, I feel like it doesn't mean anything. Like usually, like when I say something, like there's some intention. Like I'm trying to communicate like a message. Like there's something I'm trying to say. Are you saying like you just kind of said it like with no real, without really thinking about it?
You're kind of like equating your like debate skills or like chat.
I'm not a
messages to
debater.
Somebody
I'm not
of
a
my
debater.
well, I'm just saying you're trying to equate some of the behaviors that you have to me. Do you is that really like a battle or like a
I guess not just my behavior. I guess like the world's behavior. Like I'm just trying to say like usually when something happens, there's a reason to say something or like do something, and I feel like I asked you this, and it's like, well, I just kind of was feeling sassy, and it's like, well, that doesn't really mean anything. Do you get why like you say there's a narrative that people say like, oh well, you were salty, so you posted the watch to show how much money you have. Do you get why people think that way? Like that's how that message comes across. Like clearly like.
Oh yeah. But there again, the message wasn't meant for them. They didn't get the feel of the convo because they didn't bother reading it.
Do you think?
Right?
So are you saying Ethan knew your true intention and he just posted
Oh yeah.
that to fuck with you?
Yeah. It's why I was generally a little bit upset at Ethan because he knew the feel of the whole thing. I was even admitting to certain vulnerabilities of mine to him as like I was like confiding a lot of stuff that I would not confident to normal people. So I thought he would understand as like a creator or whatever. But instead he just flipped it on me, which I thought was kind of odd. You get it?
Gotcha. Okay. I mean, I guess I want to see the full combo, but I'm just trying to find it on Twitter right now.
Well, I admitted that like he has things that I don't have and I'll probably never have. Like, I was just gonna like just talking with him. I'm not being a victim, Andy. I at least said like he has like a wife and children. I'm like, bro, these are like things that like I might never get to have. Like, I'm like jealous of that almost. You know? I was kind of like almost like admiring him for that, right? That's not something that you do when like you're mad at somebody. You don't go, yo.
So are you saying you were admiring him and then you were showing like you have this and then I have the watch? Is that what you were saying?
No, I think it was in the point. Again, is that like we're not connecting on like a serious level because it seems like he thought I was coming in a hostile, but then I was like, okay, like you think this is hostile? Okay, I'm just gonna post then, whatever. Like it wasn't like a. Like, I feel you're reading too far into it. Like you're reading like way too far into it.
I'm reading too far. Okay. All right. Well. I guess that's your opinion. That I'm reading too far into it. Like if that is your true intention, then that could very well be the case. But I guess it didn't come across that way at all to me or anyone else.
Well, I mean, you didn't read the combo. You admitted to that. So what does it really matter? It doesn't.
Well, you've explained to me what like the convo, like the greater context of the convo was, and I assume you're being truthful about that, not lying. And from that, I don't really see that it changes that much to me, I guess.
Oh, so you don't get the point that basically it's like leveling out with somebody that things aren't like that, right? Like I wasn't actually mad at them or anything. Like it was just like a on-stream thing, right? And it's just like that's like a simple thing to understand, right? That for me, some things start and end when the broadcast ends, right? We do a piece of content, right? We kind of let it go, and it just kind of ends there. It's why I didn't get why you kicked me off the show. Because it's like we can kind of push this in one way or another, right?
So I feel like Ethan didn't have that opinion. I feel like it doesn't start and end on stream. Like I feel like he feels strongly in real life, you know, about what he said to you.
Wait, but wait, what? What does that matter?
Well, you just said you're like it's different for you because it doesn't really change how you feel after the fact. Like you're still willing to be cool with Ethan. I think he sees you as like a retarded person, basically.
Okay.
So I'm saying like.
But like I said, even though I feel that way about certain people as well, right? I see them in real life. I understand how that content flows like, and if they talk to me in a DM, it'll be different than if we're making a content piece. You not understanding that the difference is like being deliberately obtuse. Like
I genuinely just want to understand what you're trying to say. I feel like you
Well,
can't
no.
speak English because I don't understand the point, like, to what you're saying. Like, I
I
just
feel
don't
like
get
you're.
it.
I feel like it's easier for you to say that because it's me in the call, and you think you get more like traction. Understand by saying I don't understand it. He doesn't.
I'm
speak
not
English.
even live right
When
now.
you
I
understand
don't
exactly
get
what
any
I said,
traction.
my chat will go against me every day of the week, right? And even then it'll like question mark when you said that because they understood what I said. You're just deliberately not understanding for the sake of it. It's just
If there
kinda
is a
cringe.
part that you don't understand, why don't you just ask him to clarify?
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like I did, and I feel like I just haven't gotten the answer like 3 times.
Wait,
Kelly, Jean.
I just told you. If you make a
I still
content,
just don't understand the point to that last message. Like, obviously, when you're sending that, you had to have seen like how that's going to come across,
Okay,
even
yeah,
with
yeah.
the greater context of the conversation.
Fair enough,
Actually,
fair enough.
especially if you're trying to level with someone, to then send something like that and be like flexing your wealth, like that just seems very. It just seems silly, you know. It seems silly.
okay. So you're missing the point. The whole point was to level out with somebody as, hey man, that was content. I'm still Felix. You're still Ethan. Here's a DM from Felix to Ethan. Pass the whole xQc. Let's make a show and drama shit, right? That's the whole basis of it, right? Is that, hey man, like I'm me, you're you. We can still have a normal conversation. And I wasn't getting that from him, so I was like, okay, well, you want to act the same there than in private, then sure, I'll be the dumbass asshole that does this shit. Then sure, I think that's fine.
So you were playing into his preconceived notion of you. Is that what you're saying?
I think.
Yeah,
wait,
yeah,
wait,
yeah,
let me
100%.
hold on. Let me. I'm sorry. Sometimes I can translate xQc. I think what xQc is saying is that they had a big argument on stream, but when xQc turns the stream off, he doesn't carry that with him afterwards. It's like it's content. It's whatever. Who cares? So he tried to DM him, basically to have a conversation, like, hey, like we're like to show that they're still chill. But Ethan wasn't chill. And then after xQc realized that, I think xQc was just like, F it, and started sending the pictures and shit. Is that?
Yeah. It was just kind of like, I didn't really listen to what you said because I'm playing fucking Side Factory. Sorry, but yeah, I think that pretty much makes sense. It's just like, it's not that like that I'm fake. It's just that I don't carry my upsetment like past the screen most of the time, and even if I do, I'll still like I enjoy like some spice in my life or whatever, but I don't carry it around me all the time. That's such a burden to have. When people, I find it cringe when they continue this upsetment in like indefinitely past the screen in their daily life, even in real life when I meet them and I'm like, bro, why are you mad about this? This is like I think you disagree with somebody on some fucking podcast and see level out with them on other topics. I thought that was fair enough. But I think the guy sees me as like so despicable because of the thing that how I react to things that like he thinks that I'm like I can't be talked to and he has to maintain hostility across all topic and subjects. So especially some of those that we talked about in those DMs. So I thought him leaking the whole thing was like, bro, like, do you not get it? How like people talk about how it makes me look. How does that make him look? That the
I
guy
feel like it
is
makes him look like. I mean, it's shitty to screenshot the DMs, but I guess to me, it's like he genuinely cares about the subject to the point that like he's not just willing to be friends with you. Like he thinks you're a content thief. Like he thinks like you steal people's hard work. And so from his perspective, it's like, well, this guy's just being aloof about it after the fact. It's like, fuck this guy. Like he doesn't even care about the debate. He came on to do a conversation with me about an issue he genuinely doesn't even care about. So from his perspective, it's like you steal content, and then past that point, you also like are totally aloof about it. And then like to him to screenshot that, like I think from Ethan's side, that kind of shows like, oh well, now you're kind of bragging about the money you make from doing that kind of stuff. And I think
at that point,
sees
yeah,
that as
then,
particularly shitty.
then 100%, then yeah, that's what the whole point is. That was out of spite, which I still stand behind. I'd do it again. I'd do it now if you want. I mean, I have absolutely no problem with it. It's like if you want things to be this way, that they can. It's kind of sad that you think that everything has to be that like one-dimensional, I guess, right? But at the end of the day, if you want that to be kind of materialized, I mean, I will do it for you, right? I'll quadruple down on it. Does that make sense? You get it?
Okay, I guess I get that. Yeah, sure.
So
I guess
like,
I understand your
so like,
intentions better.
if some guy says, "The bro, you're like a content bully thief because you yoink shit online," right? He says that to me in real life, or online. We get in real life. he still acts the same maldness, right? Well, there's a chance that I'm be like, why would I remain in that position of weakness of trying to be nice to him? He's gonna be a complete jackass and carry past the screen. At that point, well, I'm gonna cave in to his level, and just be a dumb fuck then, right? I think that you can.
I feel like depending on the issue you talk about, I think that's okay. Like,
yeah.
for me personally, like, there are people that I argue with online and then I see them in real life and like, oh, bro, like, you know, what's up? Like, it's chill. It's not chill. Like, I feel very strongly about the things I talk about online. And sometimes I'll meet people in real life and they think, like, it's funny or it's cool, and it's not cool. Like, that was me and Zerka's recent falling out. It's like, Zerka thinks he can go on Twitter and shit and, like, call my wife a whore and say I, like, abandoned my son and shit, and then see me in real life. It's like, no, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and joke with you, right? That shit is, you're, like, way over the line. And then same thing with, like, certain political things. Like, that Jackson Hinkle guy, like, is a legitimate, like, Russian state operative shill who's, like, dating an escort now who is, like, provided for by the fucking Kremlin, and he sees me in real life, it's like, shake my hand. It's like, no, I think you're a disgusting human being. So Ethan probably, regardless of how you feel about it, Ethan probably feels, I would imagine if there was a single topic that Ethan felt strongly on, it's probably going to be stuff related to fair use, right? Because a lot of their internet lives was literally defined around that huge court case that they had over fighting over it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, and I think they kind of like suffered a bunch of losses in terms of time, in terms of life, and in terms of money over it, which I thought was kind of dog shit because I somehow related to that. It's why I DM'd them personally, because I kind of related to that, and I spoke about that very topic to him, and I thought we could reach some sort of like, hey man, like, I get we both feel that way, and they made jokes about my shit, right? And I didn't carry that past the screen. I could have, but I didn't, and I feel like him doing it was kind of like bro, it's like a wife and kids and all that, like, to me, it felt like some really, like, petty, bottom of the barrel thing, if that makes sense.
Well, why,
right?
I mean, why would you carry anything bad past the screen? We're the ones that are gaining from it, right? Like, if anybody's losing from the React stuff, it's going to be the YouTuber. So, of course, if I were to hang out with some YouTubers, be like, guys, why do you take this so seriously? I'm the one making hundreds of thousands of dollars off of watching your shit. Why are you guys mad? Like, obviously, they're going to be the ones that are upset, right?
I hate to use this term, but it's like, X, you're in like sort of a, from Ethan's perspective at least, you're in a position of privilege where you don't have to care. And so you being aloof comes across as very, I don't think it's just douchey. Right? It's like, it's not just disrespectful. It's like, he sees you as like exploitative and like happy to do it. And, that's why it reads so bad to him.
What do you think would happen in a world where I showed you that the React money and all the React stuff that I get out of that React on it is like maybe 1.2% of my overall income, and that I could get rid of it overnight and it would make a fucking difference?
I feel like that would just make people even more upset. Because they'd be like, well, then why do it?
Yeah, because then it's like such a non-issue. Why even cling on to it? And also, 1% of your revenue, in fairness, is probably more than these YouTubers make in a month.
Well, because I want to. Well, because I want to. Right? And it's why I said I was always willing to compensate people. Every single one of them, if it was a problem, except it wasn't a problem. It's one that they made it exist.
But like, you're the person determining if there's a problem. Like you're in that position, and you know, as far as I know, have you compensated anyone for reaction content?
Absolutely. Wait, you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I didn't get to debate that over there. You know that out of every stream you're gonna get, right? I'm like the worst person to come after on that particular topic. We take measures that are 20 times any other reactions out there. It is by a fucking absolute landslide. It doesn't even come close, right? And so why I had all the stuff ready to go. I had all the fucking slides, the emails, the combos. These are things that Hassan or anybody else that reacts a lot doesn't have. If you understand. Does that make sense?
Have you released this stuff publicly?
Well, why would I?
Well, to show people that they're wrong.
Well, but that's why I did the debate, right?
Well, yeah, but the debate is just like interpersonal. Like, you say one thing, he says something. Like, I feel like if you made like a substantive video showing how like your reaction content in particular is ethical compared to others, then that would probably have a big, you know, way in your argument's favor. No?
Well, I mean, we kind of got there, and he pulled out some stats, and he deliberately didn't understand it because he has no stat understanding. He has, I guess, no.
I feel like that debate was very disorganized, and just kind of like.
Well, I mean, he pulled a little graph that's like the simplest thing to understand, and he just kind of understood backwards. Like, I think at that point, we're not gonna really be able to debate stats if he doesn't get that.
Well, I mean, even if you're not debating him, like you could just make a video, like.
Yeah, but there again, that would mean that I would have to actually do something and not just fucking sit there and react. It's kind of high effort shit, so I'm not doing that.
Okay, buddy. All right,
No,
well,
I'm not. Literally, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing all that. Like, this is literally the meme. I ain't doing all that. I literally am not doing all that. But
Okay.
but it's why I don't mind like tanking the hate, because at the end of the day, nobody's actually hurt. So if they were, we would have gotten DMs from it. We would have got strikes, claims, except we got none of those because nobody actually cares. Literally, it's a problem that they created from thin air. The problem that you think
I think
you're
they
mad
do
about.
care. I think the problem with like a strike or a claim is it's kind of seen as like a big no-no in terms of like the YouTube stuff. Like it's kind of seen as like interpersonally as kind of a place you don't want to go, even if someone did fuck with you and like, you know, making a reaction video. And the other problem is like, I think there's a fear from YouTubers where, let's say they do strike someone like you, they don't want it to go all the way to court, because in court it's, you know, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal costs. I know Ethan in particular, he got sued. He posted about how much money it costs him. Like, it's a lot of money. And then even if you do win, it's like, well, maybe you got a little bit of money from that.
Bro, I'm gonna give it about that argument you just did. This is like that gave me a headache. Like, this like, oh, well, I'm not gonna take a winning fight because of all these things that like what?
I mean, okay, what do you mean all these
bullshit.
things? It's
What
not victim
cringe.
Andy.
It's some
No, okay, it's because you could never
I'm not
be a
gonna take
victim
the
because you're a
fight because-
multi-millionaire.
Bro,
This would never be an issue for you in particular. But for other people who have less money, it could be.
Okay. They could make a claim for free.
Yes, but the issue is that if they make that claim and then you dispute it, then it becomes a legal entanglement where they have to take you to court.
And out of maybe 4,000 hours of watched content, has that ever happened once? It hasn't. So it seems like you're making a problem out of thin air.
So are you saying like you would never, if someone claimed your stuff, you would never dispute it? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I'm saying if there's a claim somebody's upset about, I will find a resolution way before I would even get to court.
So from what I understand, I think Vince Vintage messaged you requesting some money. You probably remember him. Did he get paid out? I have no idea.
Oh shit, that guy. I'm glad you brought that guy up.
Okay.
It is crazy how much like you can debunk something and people won't give a at all about like the actual context behind it. About how one video to the other was the same from like Miz to mine, and it's been like a massive like deliberate effort to kind of like play the part based on what was going on. And he was saying, "Oh, dude, I didn't do it initially because I didn't want to deal with Twitter drama." As he's creating a shitstorm of fucking Twitter drama for himself simultaneously, and I'm like, bro. You just the guy.
Well, maybe at the time he didn't want to cause Twitter drama because he thought that nobody would be on his side and there would be no ultimate like resolution to that conflict. But now that someone like Ethan's speaking about it, he has an opportunity to get it in front of your eyes and actually get you to perhaps walk back. So what you're
saying is that it's not about doing the right thing. It's about waiting for it to have a more likely outcome that favors you, pretty much. So you're saying it's like being a fucking pussy.
Could it not be both?
So what you're saying is that you're being a fucking bitch ass.
I haven't said anything about you. I haven't tried to claim any of your videos. I don't care if people react to my stuff. I'm just saying from his perspective. Obviously, like if he doesn't think there's
yes, I agree with what you're
picking
saying. I
your battles is very important. No,
I disagree entirely. It shows that it's a big display of character to take the battle when it matters the most, regardless what is your predicted outcome. It shows a display of character. When you only take fights when you know you're gonna win them, you're a fucking pussy. And that's a problem.
But I don't think he's ever known he was gonna win any fight. I thought he just thought it might turn out in his favor a little better if he had someone bigger like Ethan talking about it. And Ethan's someone who could actually get your attention. Do you think if Vince Vintage had tweeted about you in a vacuum and just like gotten like 500 likes, would you have responded to him?
Wait, but I don't even think that's the question, because the answer is we've done that to other people in the past before.
What do you mean you've done what?
We've dealt with a problem before when we were raised the problem in front of us without making oh no, Twitter drama. I don't give a yeah, I like watching videos, and if I look weak on the internet, I don't give a if we can make the problem disappear with a solution. I find a problem.
So what you mean is, in the past, when someone's raised an issue, you've messaged them and been like, hey, here's some money, or let's work this out. Is that what you're saying you've done?
Yes, just the same way that I told you.
So are you just unwilling to do this with Vince now because of his approach, basically? Like, because his, I don't know, you see him as disingenuous?
That's not what I said. I greenlit the whole thing with my editors, the people that deal with all my emails and shit. I don't need my own emails. I told them they could resolve the decision and have whatever they wanted to do. I didn't do a follow up on it. I didn't look upon it. I'm sure they found a resolution, because has there been made any more tweets? Has there been any issues that have been brought up? Has anything else has come up? No, there hasn't. Otherwise, you'd be talking about it. It seems like, again, people are making problems out of fucking thin air, and they're assuming the worst because it fits their narrative and it fits their story. That's what I'm trying to get at. And nobody cares about if there's an actual problem. It's all about how it'll look and how to make them look, right? Because has there been a problem with people like that? Has somebody gotten rolled and somebody poor? Somebody lost opportunities because of all this? I'm sure if it was a problem, they would have talked about something somewhere, but nobody has said anything because it isn't a problem.
But they did say something. Like, people did start a whole, thing about this. That's why you got in the call with Ethan.
Well, that's incorrect. I just did it because I want some drama. That's it. I was out of
But, like, the reason that conversation happened is because, like, a conversation about that became a big thing. And it started because you reacted to a Lemino video.
No. I actually, legitimately, no. I talked to Lemino off stream in DMs. Lemino did not voice a problem about me reacting. If it was a problem, they would have talked about something somewhere, but nobody has said anything because it isn't a problem.
But they did say something. Like, people did start a whole, thing about this. That's why you got in the call with Ethan.
Well, that's incorrect. I just did it because I want some drama. That's it. I was out of
But, like, the reason that conversation happened is because, like, a conversation about that became a big thing. And it started because you reacted to a Lemino video.
No. I actually, legitimately, no. I talked to Lemino off stream in DMs. Lemino did not voice a problem about me reacting. It was original gamers or some shit like that. Said, this guy just stole the con, blah, blah, blah. Lemino didn't give a fuck. I talked to Lemino. So, are you Lemino?
So I understand from Lemino's perspective, he doesn't have an issue. I'm saying someone like Vince did make a video that I guess you did react to, and he did have an issue. And as far as the Mizkif comparison, I think what he specifically said about that is that people like Miz and Hassan shout him out, promote his channel, say go sub to this guy. And I think what he's saying is that you didn't do that. Now, I could be wrong. Did you do that for Vince?
Actually, nobody did that on either end. Quite literally, See, it seems like the goalpost moves every quarter of a second, and it's like it's never ending. Nobody has a problem. Literally, nobody has a problem. And if people do have a problem, I'm open ears. See, you're making a whole debate about this, but I think that didn't happen based on assumptions. And I think I remember this. I think I remember that. But it seems like you're wrong across the board.
How am I wrong across the board? I actually have a tweet of Vince Vintage saying, I love seeing big streamers reacting to my videos. Clouding you from watching my video equals fair exchange. When a streamer has nothing to say, then re-uploads the reaction to their YouTube channel. That's the problem. That's what this guy said. And he has a video linked as well where Hassan's saying go sub to this guy, like him. And I think he has another video that I've seen where Mizkif says something to the effect of like, oh, this guy makes amazing videos. I love his animations. Go sub to him. Go check him out. Like, I think what he's saying is like, he's happy to take the reaction if there's some promo involved, in which case, like, the YouTuber's gaining some sort of audience off that interaction.
So what we're saying is that there is a concern on one facet of React content that can literally be fixed with a, hey man, could you do this? And since we're after the fact, I was damaged by this, could you do this? And I could say, yeah, we could absolutely do that. I'm sorry about that. I'll do better next time. And we could end the problem. Except that wasn't a problem until somebody made a problem from thin air and said jumped on the bandwagon after other people that are part of the problem jumped on the bandwagon as well. And the whole thing was based off of a non-issue. That's the problem. And you seem to, it's hard to convince you of that. Even though I'm telling you, I have like multiple thousands hours of content uploaded from other people's content, and not a singular complaint is still public out there.
Do you
Can
think
I-
those
wait,
thousands of hours
wait,
of content
wait,
led people to
wait, wait.
believe that maybe you would be unwilling to change because it's such a big precedent for you that a lot of your content
Why
is
does
reacting to
it have
stuff?
change for everyone?
Wait,
That's
hold
what
on,
I
wait.
don't
Let me.
I don't think he has to. I'm just curious, I guess. He
Let
doesn't
me
have
clean,
to.
let me clean this argument up a little bit, okay? So I think because despite how he represents the argument, I do largely agree with what xQc is saying. Well, I don't think I think he has trouble enunciating it. But here's a couple of the issues. So one issue is that it feels like the arguments move around a lot for what people actually care about. Like sometimes as a streamer, as we defend our properties, we're like shadow boxing with 7 different arguments. Sometimes it feels like some people are saying don't react at all, that's unethical. Other people are saying you can react, but you have to give good reactions. Others are saying you can react and not give good reactions, but at least you have to shout us out. Other people are saying, well, you can do this, but you need to get permission first. Other people are saying, well, you can do this, but you also have to pay money. And so it's like, it feels like there's not a coherent ask sometimes from people, which is one part of the problem. And then the second part of the problem is it feels like people don't care until somebody kind of makes a big stink about it, and now it's kind of like the thing, and now everybody cares. So I think with X and that Vince guy, now this is my recollection, and I could totally be wrong, so feel free to, if you've seen other tweets, correct me if I'm wrong. It sounds like that Vince guy was super on Mizkif's side for a lot of things. He liked streamers reacting to his stuff. He didn't seem to have anything bad to say about it until I think it was Mudahar that first made the reaction video, or somebody first made
It was him, yeah.
It
was him, yeah.
And then all of a sudden a bunch of
Mudah.
people were like, oh, this is actually horrible. And not only was it a bad thing, now it was like a really big deal. And it almost felt like we were in this world where you kind of had these like streamers that were running Gotham City, and all of these YouTubers were like these poor homeless people that were being forced out of their jobs by evil React streamers. So the scale of everything seemed messed up. The actual complaints were hard to nail down, and it felt like people were changing their mind based on, you know, what videos were popular at the time. And I think that was the big frustration for streamers at that point.
So just to lay out my opinion, like my genuine opinion, because I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit here.
Yeah.
My perspective.
But
My
at the end of the
perspective.
day, why do you care so much? Like, what does it have to do with you? Why do you feel
It's an
like
interesting
you have-
conversation. I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah, I mean, he's makes
Okay,
sense
but
YouTuber.
so you don't think you rip off other people's content? There's
No,
never been
no.
one time where you've ever done anything like this. The only reason people are mad at him for it is because he's successful, and that's literally all it is. People hate because people are successful.
So for the record, I don't think that's the only reason, because
It's-
there's a lot of
it's a
there's a lot of
literally-
successful people. There's a lot of successful people who are not hated, and they don't do React content. Okay, X is hated. He does do React content. My genuine opinion, I used to be when I was a smaller channel. I used to like mauled at like React streamers, and I think that my genuine opinion on it at the end of the day is like it's bad content, but I don't really care. My opinion used to be like it's stealing, it steals views. Genuinely, my opinion now is like it probably doesn't steal views. Maybe if it's a reaction that's uploaded within the first like day of the video's viewership, maybe it will siphon some views away. But overall, like big sort of picture, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think the content is shit, but X, I think you know that. I don't think you really care about that, so I don't think it's a really big deal for you. You said yourself you don't want to do, you know, high effort stuff, and that's whatever. Obviously, it doesn't stand to benefit you to change your content in any way. That being said, I think if you're a smaller content creator, if you're not a let me know, if you're someone like me and you're a smaller content creator, who, if you're not like me,
Hold
you're
on,
let me know.
wait. Did you say if you're someone like me and you're a smaller content creator?
No. If you're someone who's not like me and you're a
Yeah,
smaller,
okay.
sorry,
That's
who's
what-
not like
That's
me, you're a
fine,
smaller content
Victim.
creator. If you're not really making money off your videos and a streamer reacts and you see him making a bunch of money off of it, I understand the frustration and anger that comes with that, and I get why they, you know, get kind of peeved about the fact that someone just watches their video, doesn't say anything, and they make a bunch of money off of it. And so I understand that basic frustration. I don't really care at the end of the day. I actually got shit from my audience because I was like, I don't think it's that big of an issue for a streamer to react to a video. I don't give a shit, but I also like Vince, and I don't think he's coming from a disingenuous place, basically.
Okay. Well, my opinion is that when there's an interaction, right, between party A and B, and they're both chill about it, opinion of C is something that is so fucking irrelevant. I don't want to see it, hear it. It is from left field, and to act like you can dictate the interaction between A and B and what the nature of it, the result from it, the damage of it, your opinion on it is air. It's worth nothing. And the fact that you think that it's worth something is quite appalling. I think it says a lot about everybody else. It says only something about C and nothing about A and B. Literally. fact that
But
you
we're in
guys
the
think that it
entertainment
does-
industry. Like people just talk about stuff publicly that happens.
Oh,
like,
okay, bro. You gotta stop with these fucking cop-out positions that you're taking.
how is
It's
that a
like,
cop out?
every position you've taken so far today are cop-outs.
Well, hold on,
Every
wait,
one of them.
wait. Hold on, wait. So I think an issue is that like, so xQc brings up a fair point that it feels annoying that like a transaction between A and B is being commented on by C. So one of the things that I thought was kind of funny when this whole thing popped off is everybody on the internet had a really strong opinion about streamers reacting to Let Me Know's video, and I don't know if today he's ever made a public statement about it. If he did, I missed it. Yeah.
Like,
so,
can someone like Mudahar not just say like it's really shitty content? Like, can you
No,
not
no,
say
no,
that?
no. Hold on.
Shitty content is relevant.
Yeah,
Flipping on content is relevant.
yeah, they're not saying it's shitty content. They're saying there's like a highly unethical, highly immoral action that's taking place. I think that's what people are upset about. But I
So
think that
that's-
the issue is
That's
that
the major issue.
yeah, that's the issue. But to Turkey's credit, and xQc laughed this off before, but it's not necessarily the case. It could be that there are YouTubers that are uncomfortable with it, but they're waiting for a bigger person to step up because they don't want to be the face of fighting like these massive streamer fan bases, and they don't want to catch all the flack for that, so they just don't say shit. But it's
They don't
hard
want the
to-
subreddit post. They don't want the big tweet. Like, think about it. If you have like 1,000 subscribers, let's say you do, right? And let's say you make videos and you're trying to succeed on YouTube, and then someone like xQc shits on you because he thinks you have a bad take. I'm not saying you don't have a right to shit on him if you think he's wrong. You can absolutely do that. You can say it's pussy behavior, but like, do you want like one of your earliest sort of career defining moments to be like a tweet with 30,000 likes calling you a retard, or like a big subreddit post calling you an
actually,
idiot?
You know, you're right about that. You're right about that. And you forgot me because this comes from me. 'Cause I'm a goblin that sits behind the computer all day, right? Have you ever thought that some conclusions and some problems are better handled when you talk to the person directly and say, "Hey, man, this kind of sucks. Can we stop doing that? Can we do better than that?" And we talk person to person through either an email or a DM, and we don't have to make a fucking tweet about it like some bitch ass, because the poor public opinion isn't always the best option. That's why often enough people don't even reach out privately. They go straight publicly because their shit sucks, right? And it's like some of the problems that I had before, like with Chris Kazarts, which was my first and I think only person that mentioned the problem. We fixed it, and they never emailed me ever again. Why? Because we adapted to the landscape of that particular person's demand, and we even asked if they did something that they damaged, that they want something for, and said no, and we just moved on, and everybody's happy. But your take on their happiness and our interaction is irrelevant. Yet most of it happens privately, like it should.
So what do you think about like Ethan's take? Do you think he's being like disingenuous with how he feels?
I think in a lot of ways, people live in a world where they are people who take a hammer, bring it to the fucking the quarry, right? Hammer at the rock, right, for hours on end, and sell it for $1 for somebody to fucking tap it once, right, and sell a sculpture for $60 that they spent 10 seconds making it. And what it causes is causing them to be fucking absolutely mauled. Well, maybe that's just how the market is. You want to be somebody who goes to the quarry and gets the raw materials. You want to be the guy who makes it into a sculpture, right? Both have their pros and cons. One is more lucrative than the other, right? But you're getting mad at that ecosystem doesn't change anything for anybody. You're just being a bitch, literally. If you're that mad
So you
about
think
it,
it's just
then
jealousy,
become an artist.
envy?
But instead, you're just the guy with the hammer, pussy. And that's just how it is.
So you think it's just like pure jealousy, envy, spite?
That's
Yes.
exactly what it is. That's
It's yes.
literally that's literally what it is.
Okay.
Thanks
well,
for your
if you
input,
feel that way.
Merc. Very
Kelly,
worthwhile.
Kelly, don't start.
I need people to know
Be
that this is not
nice.
me that's going and laughing in the background. Right?
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? Are you gonna just mute yourself if you're just gonna fart and snicker in the microphone? Come on, say something.
Fart and snicker in the microphone. That's interesting. I was actually trying to, come into the conversation and have an opinion and actually be normal for once, and this is what happens. All right.
Where's the opinion? Where's the input?
Okay,
Where
all right,
is
well-
anything
I didn't want to
valuable?
interject. Kelly, what is your?
Here's your big chance.
Shut
What?
up.
Why do you not like me? It makes no sense. I literally have not done anything wrong to you. Why do you not like me?
How about let them finish their conversation so
And then we'll talk about it. But
We
all
can
right,
continue being
let the men
unhinged
talk, and then
later.
we'll talk. All right.
I'm done. I said everything I wanted to say. I think I made my.
Good job. You get enough material for your next video, for your next hit piece?
Yeah, exactly, buddy. You're all getting canceled. What do you want to say,
No.
Merc? Off to Perk.
wait, did you have anything?
I'm actually interested to hear any kind of argument to any of this because I think this is very straightforward. I think this understands it. If Destiny was gonna crush me on this, he would, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Destiny also agrees with your opinion, though. No.
True, because it's the right opinion, obviously.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I don't have like a big differing opinion, but I also I think your performance in that conversation with Ethan was like.
I mean,
Not
he
that
called
good,
him
and that was my
bald
biggest
and then
issue.
did the worm. But
Yeah,
just
but
because
see-
he's
Okay, but
bad
who
at
cares?
debating.
It's funny.
doesn't- Why are you
It's
interrupting
funny
me?
and
Shut
it's
the fuck
true.
up. I didn't
He did
say
the
it wasn't
worm,
funny.
and
I'm
he
just saying
People
that's
get
not
mad
how
about
people
the truth.
debate
People,
well,
like,
is it?
People
Shut
literally.
up,
Okay,
you
no.
stupid
Yo, guys,
Okay,
it
look.
made people talk, okay? And it printed some fucking cold, hard fucking cash, okay? And at the end of the day, that's kind of what matters in all this, right? Because all they care about is the fucking money, right? All they care about is because I don't care that much about that portion of the money. But since everybody cares about, right? Then sure, yeah, it did print some fucking cold cash. So there you go. There you have it now. You happy now? It's all about money. See, it's what I hate about these discussions. If you want to make it all about money, we can do that, right? But it gets even stupider. So I wish you will let it devolve into discussion that isn't just about money. That's why I said it last time. Why do I react? Because I enjoy it, right? If I lost every bit of dollar of these React fucking video income, it wouldn't affect me. And that speaks volumes, I think, in the fact that I do it because I enjoy it, and that's what matters to me, right?
Holy,
You get that?
I got it.
I
Alright.
understand that.
I think Turkey. One of the things that I said that like, and again, XQC saying it in other words, but like, I feel like there's a kind of like a trend online where people like to shit on influencers and like streamers and stuff, and I feel like it's just a hate wagon where people are just upsetty spaghetti at like streamers who, admittedly, I think you can be upsetty spaghetti at because we have like literally the easiest jobs and we print money doing fuck all, sitting at our computers.
But
all
it's
day.
not easy. It's just harder in a different way.
It's harder
No,
in a different
it
way.
is. It is easy,
It is
and
harder in a
that's
different way,
okay.
but like
It-
comparatively speaking, it's the level of preparation is very fucking
Okay,
low.
well-
The level of effort into the content is very
That's,
low. Like,
but that's not fair because okay, so let's take. I don't want to make this about me, but I think I have like a right to talk about this. Kelly, get off my d- please. Anyway, the
Okay.
point being, I feel like people are like, oh, they have money. It's so easy. They have these houses. They have these cars. Just starting out on Kick and doing what I'm doing, I've already realized that it's not easy. One, I work a full-time job. All right,
wait.
I'm tired when I get home.
I agree with you that it's hard. It's streaming can have its difficulties. I'm just saying that the reward is way different. So, for instance, every single difficult thing that you just said is true. Now, imagine all of that extra time instead of going into streaming goes into making a 2-minute animation that takes you 2 months to do. That's uploaded to YouTube and then gets like 150 views, right?
The actual process of streaming, like I agree, like there's a lot of time that needs to be put into it. It takes years to build up. Like even at that point, like there's a little bit of luck involved. You have to meet the right people. You have to do the right things. Like, and even at that, some people just don't have it. You know, some people have it, some people don't have it. Clearly, X has it. Some
Why
people
are you?
just
That's literally like a hateful statement. Clearly, X has
It's
it. You sound like
hateful?
you're literally hating on him. You're literally jealous of him. That's exactly what it is. I can tell it by.
What are you-
the-
what are you
wait.
talking about? I just
don't
said
think
he's
hating.
successful.
Yeah, he's just saying that like X has like the charisma needed to be a goblin streamer or whatever, right? If you're a good streamer, and
Yeah.
you make it. Yeah, you got the charisma.
But
to
it
do
takes
sure.
like it takes more than that. It takes like connecting.
Oh, I
with your
agree, and I
audience.
just
It
said
takes-
that. I just spent 30 seconds talking about that, and then I said, and there's also like a little bit of a charisma/appeal factor that.
And you
I
say
think-
the
I think
rewards
definitely
are
exists.
different, but you got to real. Okay, say we take someone like him at his level. Yes, the rewards are great, but also you got to think about the risks. Doxing, stalkings, girls who are after your money. Like there's so many other risks that normal people don't have to go through that makes him to be deserving.
Yeah,
of his
normal
wealth.
people, a lot of okay. As far as deserving, like that's just whatever the
Guys.
market dictates. Like if you have a job and you make money doing
you're
it,
saying
and
he
you make a
doesn't
certain amount of
deserve
money,
it.
that's not what I said. He definitely okay.
Why
if
are
you
you
have a
both
job,
sitting here talking about him like he's not fucking here? This is so weird.
Well, I mean,
Okay.
I can advise about it. Listen, I'm great at analogies, okay? I'm also terrible at it. But one thing is, it's like this, okay? I get it. It's like an oil refinery, okay? It can take a long fucking time building the technology, making it, installing it, finding where to dig, where to put it, all the equipment and the staff, right? The actual action of pressing the fucking button to suck the oil out when you have everything in place is incredibly easy. Yes, right? But it's the building the machine that took a lot of time. I think both of those have value
Okay. And
in their own respect. If that makes
I
sense.
totally agree with you, and I don't think there's anything wrong with making money in an easy way. And I also don't think there's anything wrong with. And
Why do you
okay,
use
okay,
that
okay.
word,
Shut the
though?
fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
Oh,
Just
yeah,
let me
go
say
ahead,
my
yell at
point.
me,
Let me
yell at
talk. Yes, I'm gonna yell at you because you're fucking retarded. You're saying things that I'm
and
not
now
saying.
You're calling
making
me
points.
retarded when I'm on
You
the
are
spectrum.
retarded.
Real nice.
I don't give a
Get
shit. I don't give a
buddy.
shit. Okay.
Get
I will get
canceled,
canceled.
buddy.
Okay.
Get
You're
canceled,
autistic.
buddy.
Maybe you're on the spectrum,
Okay, let
and you're
him
also
finish.
retarded, and that's what you deserve to be called.
Okay,
Okay.
let him
You're
finish his
making
statement.
fun of-
Stop. Let him finish his statement. Go ahead, Turkey Tom.
Okay. What I'm saying is there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay, there's absolutely nothing wrong with having an easy job, and I also respect the fact there's a lot of stuff that goes into streaming that a lot of people don't see. Okay, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it that people just they'll never get because they're not streamers, and undoubtedly, like, you know, X definitely absolutely no lifed his way to the top. He streams a lot, from what I understand, and you know that's cool. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with like becoming. Why are you making these noises? What is going on?
Because okay.
Are you
maybe it
fucking
is-
him or something?
Maybe it is because I'm glazing him right now. I don't
She
give a fuck.
wishes.
But it's like you guys come for people like this, like, and it's not just XQC. It's so many fucking people. When
How
you
am I
sit
coming
here
for
and
him?
judge how they get their money. You guys pocket watch.
I'm a
you're mad at them.
YouTuber. How am I
Okay,
pocket
then go
watching?
back to YouTube. Get off Discord. Stop judging people for what you don't have. You're
How am I
jealous.
judging him?
That's what it
How
is.
am I
That's what it
jealous?
is.
What am
You're
I
really
jealous of?
Then
How have I
leave.
expressed my
If you're not-
jealousy?
If you're not jealous, then leave.
Okay, you can't tell him to come and just
If
leave
I'm not
the
jealous,
Discord,
then
okay?
leave?
Let's-
Because you say you don't
If you're
care.
not a dumb
You
bitch,
say
then
you-
get the fuck out of this call.
Hey, I'm a dumb bitch, and I accept that.
Okay. I have not expressed even a single opinion you actually disagree with. You are making up problems in your head for how I'm wrong.
Okay, and here comes the subtle misogyny. Keep going.
Yes, it's not subtle. It's
Did
blatant.
that have to
Okay,
do with
you're
your
a dumb
gender?
bitch.
Oh, Kelly, of course, Kelly.
You're a
pipe.
schizophrenic. That is gender neutral.
Okay, yeah, I'm schizo. Schizo posting. Yep, that's me.
That is you. Yes, that
Yeah,
is you. You say it
know nothing
ironically.
about
That is
me.
you.
You know what's
Get
so
in the
funny?
padded cell.
People want to talk shit about me on the internet, but know nothing about me in real life, and I guarantee.
I don't
want to
know you in real life. You'd
and
probably get
that's the
sucked into
problem.
a black hole
And
of
that's the
misery.
problem. And that's the problem because you don't know me. You guys take this internet shit so fucking serious when in reality everyone is fucking trolling. The internet's not real, and you just need
Then why
to
are you
get
getting
off
mad
of it.
online, bro? Why are you getting mad online?
Because I'm tired of people like you. And you know what?
So you take
maybe
it seriously. You're
you know,
mad.
Yeah, I take
You're
it
mad.
seriously,
You're malding.
and I should
You're
because
spurging.
people like
You're coping.
you. Yeah,
You're
I am.
mad.
I'm autistic, so yeah, I am spurging. Go ahead, get canceled, bruh. Whatever, dude. Like,
Okay, it's whatever.
you've made up your
See,
mind that you're right, and you won't even listen and understand where I'm coming from. Because it's all in, you know, I'm angry.
you responded to me in anger, and I said I agree with what you're saying. There's nothing wrong with that. And then you just get angry again. And you're saying no, but it's because of this.
so
And I'm like,
an
no,
angry
but
black woman now. Crazy. All right, keep going.
are you black?
I'm half black. Is that an issue?
Well, I guess you're an angry, half black autistic woman, and I'm calling you retarded.
You know
so.
what? I'm comfortable with the truth, and I don't get angry at it, and that is the truth. So there you go.
Okay, well there you go.
There
W
you go.
Riz.
And yeah, what's your truth? You're a fucking incel virgin who fucking.
Whoa! Careful on the words
sorry,
here.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
saying
an
just be
I'm
careful.
an incel virgin. True.
Sorry. Anyway,
That's true.
continue. By the way, never mind.
I don't remember where we were, to be honest.
I'm just listening. But I just feel like I wish we got more voices from the people that are defrauded by these things, right? That are victims of these things, right? So I could actually understand it because I'm not only am I already receptive to a lot of the problems and working on solutions with people, right? I'm always open ears and looking. Quite literally, and I have my editors, both of them, on different emails that are just ready to shoot whatever they have at me that comes at them, so we can fix it, literally. And I've always said this, and I don't understand like what is the actual problem, because even to this day, we have not come to the conclusion of what is the actual fucking problem, because at the end of the day, there isn't any fucking problem. There is no problem. The problem is the mother suckers that are coming in between the interaction that are like trying to save the world. It's like savior complex. You're not saying shit. Save your own career and talk about something else, dumb. How hard is it to understand? Save your own career. That's it. And I don't know why it's like I have to debate this. I shouldn't have to.
You don't have to. And honestly, like everyone is expecting of an answer, and I go through this shit. Everyone's like, "Well, you say this on the internet. You do this on the internet." Yeah, for content, it's funny. And then the minute I turn my camera off, I go around and live my life like normal, and then I come back to do it once I'm ready to come back and turn the camera on. People take this shit way too serious, and everyone wants a answer, but in reality, they need to be searching for their own answers.
So Merc, if you say something online Do you not think people can criticize you for that?
No,
Like, you think
most
that's,
definitely you can, but whenever you
Okay.
choose not to entertain that energy or choose not to like take on their emotions and they get mad, that's their problem.
But
Like,
isn't
it's not-
isn't when you say something outrageous, isn't the thing you want to get like some kind
Ready
of
for the
reaction or
hot
debate?
take?
I mean,
Stop!
yes. Oh my. Okay.
Sorry.
This guy's like 16,000 decibels too high, bro. This guy's like Lacari on fucking cocaine. Let me turn him down.
You got his server muted, so good luck, Evil.
Okay. Anyway, Merc, do you have a channel? What's your channel name?
My channel name is Merc off the perk.
Sorry, I'm not laughing. I'm just fucking coughing because I'm sick.
No, it's a funny name. You can laugh. It's supposed to be
No,
funny.
I'm literally sick.
I can't seem to
Oh,
find
I'm
your
sick. Hey,
channel.
I'm sick too, dude. I'm sick too.
Merc
You know,
off the perk.
I'm sick. Never mind.
I
I'm
just
sick.
of
want
this
to let
shit.
everyone know this is Tiny's fault. All right, this is entirely
How many
his fault.
how many
Everything here
subscribers
is
do you
his
have? Am I
fault.
being trolled?
How many subscribers do I have? Why does that matter? Why does that validate my opinion?
I'm not saying it does. I'm just trying to find
Okay,
your
then why
channel,
did you
that's
ask?
all.
What does it matter?
Because I'm trying to make sure I get the right channel.
I have 553 subscribers. I have 2,969 followers. I have currently 1,155 views, and I've only been streaming for a month. So go ahead and degrade me and tell me I'm not successful.
I wasn't
Tell me
gonna
have
do
no
that.
vis-
I was just
really? 'Cause
trying
everyone
to
else seems
Do
to
it, Tom.
fucking do it.
Degrade
find
her.
your
Do
channel.
it.
But everybody's so on edge.
I mean, I can
nothing
turn
wrong
my
with just
fucking
starting
camera
out.
on. Do you want me to just turn my camera on so you can make fun of how I look too? Because everyone
Not
loves to
really.
make fun of me how I look funny on the internet. When reality,
What is going
I
on
don't
with
give a
you?
fuck. Listen,
I think you do give a something going on at home.
no, you
Well-
know, I'm letting it all out because I've been feeling this, and I feel like now is a good time to just let it all out. You know, just let's let our feelings out. Let's talk about our feelings.
Oh no, I'm not doing that. Trust me, I'm good on that. I'm gonna just fucking chill here and talk about whatever shit about React content and whatnot. That's why I came here. I didn't come here to fucking therapy, yo.
Oh,
There,
well,
there
my
are some
bad.
things
Sorry.
I did want to talk about React
I'm just
content, but
saying. I didn't come here for therapy. I'm just saying.
I'm really
Okay, well,
not
we don't have to
confident
do
that I'll be
therapy
able to
then.
get an argument out with certain characters in here, so I don't know.
Pretty
Well,
sure he just wanted to talk about conspiracy theories. And
There we
now
go.
we're
Oh,
here.
hey. Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway.
there are certain arguments about React content that I like haven't heard addressed, and I really want to hear Destiny, Tom, and xQc's take on it.
Gotcha. Here it comes.
So,
Here it comes.
well, the argument would be that like the entire conventions of fair use is one that upholds like a system that rewards people for being able to create media that pass a certain bar of originality, and then it protects them from other people trying to encroach on that like originality. It's like an entire system that's meant to just say, okay, you can make a living making media, and one of the things that artists need to be able to make a living off of creating stuff is that like what they create is going to be protected, you know. And then fair use is a cutout that says, okay, you can use other people's works so long as you're also contributing beyond a certain bar of originality. And like my understanding of how this hurts people, it doesn't necessarily hurt exactly the person whose video that you're reacting to, but you are taking views away from other channels that are producing original works.
Yes,
that those
yes,
views
yes.
might otherwise
I'm
go
gonna
to.
stop you right there because we're now okay. So now we did the morality aspect, we did the social aspect, now we're going to the legal aspect, which is the most boring one.
No, this is morality.
No, that's legality.
Has
Well,
anyone ever
no,
proven the
it is-
taken of views? Has anyone proven this, or is it just conceptual?
You made a legal basis in order to propel a
Well, wait, real quick, real quick.
semi-hybrid morality argument.
Just
So it's
so
kind of
that,
both.
wait, just so that we're all on the same page. So the moral argument he's making is that in any society where creative people can create creative works, we would want to be able to protect their creative works from other people stealing it, so that we can
Yes.
incentivize them like that. So what that looks like codified in law is a separate argument, but morally he's saying we ought not encroach on other people's creative works.
Yes,
That's what he's saying.
yes. Yeah. So here's another analogy, like the one I gave you earlier about the fucking oil refinery. Okay, I come out at night. Okay, I come out at night, and I pull your garden hose. Okay, inside your house. I water your grass a little bit, and I steal a bit of water. Okay, and at the end of the day, in this world we're talking about, it doesn't cost you anything, right? So you have your grass watered a little bit, right? And I get water from your garden hose. That's kind of cool, right? And then you're the neighbor. You pull out one night with a fucking 12-gauge shotgun, and you blast me in the face.
Oh.
Boom! No, you're not gonna fucking do that. Like, okay. Well,
Okay.
how
I think I'd like to hear from Destiny on this,
How
if
do
I'm
you know
honest.
that the person is not okay
Maybe
with
Tom.
How do you know that the person isn't okay with or doesn't know that this whole interaction is happening? How do you know? One, you don't, right? And two, you're making assumptions because you have a savior complex, Because you're a fucking bitch ass. That's
Gun
why.
down, dipshit,
The
water
pro-
stealers. That's what I
So
think.
Wicked
Okay.
Supreme,
Can I-
he's
can I
making
hear
he's
from
making
Destiny
he's
and Tom
making he's
about
making the stealing cable argument, right? Where it's like if you steal cable from somebody they don't know, does it matter if they're already paying
No,
for it?
no, no, no,
that's not my
If you,
argument.
if
No,
you,
no,
if you,
that's
if you,
XQC's argument. Or what do you?
no, that's not my argument. I said if they do know, and they're okay with it, why do you have to make some sort of?
It has nothing to do with the person whose content you might be taking, because you're right, it might benefit them, and in most situations it probably does.
So,
okay.
But what you're doing is there's like a finite, people have a finite amount of time to spend on YouTube, and the assumption is that these people would be going to watch like created works that pass a certain bar of originality if they were not watching your reacts. So in this case, it might not be detrimenting the exact creator that you're reacting to content from, but it is detrimenting from a pool of creators that are creating original content that is like, they're not getting any views now. It's like you're sort of siphoning off all these views that would go to all these other different videos potentially, but they're all going to your video now.
Supreme, I think
understand
that-
that. So wait, hold on, let me just like first.
And
I
it's
think
subverting, it's undercutting the convention.
Yes. Now you are making a significant
works.
amount of algorithmic conclusions that you do not have the expertise to prove, and overall you're just muddying the waters with this shit. Straight up. You have absolutely you have no idea how the algorithms work.
Listen,
you
I
don't
interject?
know. You
Can I
don't
interject?
know.
I'm not
you
coming for your throat, but there are
know
things.
if the
Listen,
I don't know
person
why
was-
you're getting so upset.
Can I-
Listen,
I-
I'm really not coming for your throat.
I made a point that
I don't need data to prove.
Listen,
Listen, I don't need data to prove the validity of opportunity cost. We know that time is finite.
Yeah, wait,
Okay,
real quick.
I'm
Just
What
wait,
are
wait,
you
wait, wait.
talking about?
This
bro?
guy's the timekeeper or some shit. What are you
No,
talking
wait,
about?
hold on, wait. Let me just, so we're all on the same page, okay? What he's saying, okay, is true that a person only has so many hours in the day. If a person goes on YouTube and they spend 6 hours consuming content, that if people are doing React content on YouTube, now React content is part of the pool that's drawing from the limited amount of time that person has to consume content. So is society better where we've got people that are consuming React content as part of their daily diet when they could be consuming all original content instead? That's the argument he's making.
Okay, yes. Then you would have to make a pretty good case, right? That people that are being served these videos, right, would have been served the other video instead, right?
Well, he's not.
And on top of that,
Wait. Hold
because
on, wait, real quick.
it's-
Wait. He's not comparing the React of stream A to stream A. He's comparing React as a pool of content to all the content. So he's not saying that, oh, well, if I wouldn't have uploaded my reaction to Ben Shapiro, they would have watched Ben Shapiro. He's saying that people are watching reactions instead of any original content, period. That's his argument.
People are watching right now instead of any time period. Okay, is okay. How does that have any bearing on these interaction ecosystems at all? Like, how does that matter whatsoever? So now, and they're saying, well, I think the people on TikTok should stop uploading dog shit because I might stumble on the video when I could have watched something interesting instead. Guys, I watched shit, garbage TikTok twice in a row that had 2 views. It's their fault I didn't watch a documentary about something important instead. What a stupid fucking, what a black plague argument.
Hold on, okay.
What are you on about?
Hold on. Firstly, okay, bud, turn it the fuck down, okay? Number one, okay? Number two, that exact argument is made by people. People will say, we spend so much time on our phones consuming TikTok and Reddit that we don't read books, or we can't even watch full movies anymore.
Who cares? People should just be able to enjoy what they want to enjoy.
Because
no
if people
matter
are
what.
left to enjoy what they want, that might be sitting in an alleyway shooting yourself up with heroin until you die.
Okay, that has nothing to do with us.
It has
nothing
everything.
to
You
do
just
with
said
us.
you just made the argument. People should be able to do what they want, but sometimes what people want can be bad if their dopamine system are hijacked by other forms of content. For instance, shooting up heroin in an alley. If a guy was shooting up heroin in an alley and me and XQC walked by having this argument, would you say? And we were like, oh wow, look at that druggie, and XQC's like, we should be able to do what they want. Would you walk by and defend that argument? No, right? Just because.
Well, the alleyway, instead of being an alleyway, okay, it's somebody flying in space that has literally billions of things right at their fingertips. They can do anything else. You're saying that they're forced to do this. Oh no, you are forced to watch actually react to dog shit when he falls asleep. When oh my god, he could have done something better instead. Dude, it's right next to them. Don't act like it's like fucking, it's like foreign or like some in some other fucking entire dimension. Like, you guys act like you're like a timekeeper and you have to save people from like wasting their time. People are already wasting their fucking lives away on online content, watching complete fucking dog shit. Don't act like one dog is better than the other. It's all shit. And
That has nothing to do with my argument.
And when you sit there and you basically, you especially, you motherfucker, when you say, well, I think it's garbage content. I think your entire shit is complete.
I never said that.
You did. I think your shit is fucking sleeper ass shit. That shit's sleep aid for my grandma, bitch. That's what I think about it.
I never said that it was garbage. I've sitting here and I listen to Destiny do react content all day.
I think it's bad content. I think your shit sucks too.
I never said that.
It's all dog shit. You did that.
I'm sorry. This is an argument you are having.
Okay, so I think the argument that
Supreme
is making is that there's a limited amount of attention to go around, and there's a limited amount of time that somebody can conceivably watch videos in a given day. So what his argument is, to steelman his argument is that by you posting, let's say, a reaction video on YouTube to some video essay, his argument is that you were taking away views that could go to an original video essay or that original or another original video essay by posting that content. That's what his argument is, basically.
However you feel about the quality. Hold on. I feel like this needs to be clarified because xQc is argued against somebody else in this conversation. I don't think he
my bad. Yeah, there's two guys. You guys have the same voice, man. I guess anti-react Andy's all sound the same as yours. Fucking NPC bots.
You can't even fucking speak English, so shut up, bro.
Hey,
you're both drones.
All right,
I think I'd like to hear either.
Nobody cares what you gotta say, okay?
Can I just
Let Supreme say his thing. No.
I think you understand my argument, and I think Destiny understands my argument. I'd just rather hear you guys.
Wait, hold on. One at a time. WickedSupreme, then Merc. Okay, go.
Okay, I think you, Destiny, understand my argument. I think Tom understands my argument. I would just rather hear you guys address it.
Yeah, because you just want to fuck me, and you're angry that I turned you down.
Nobody wants to fuck you, okay?
All right,
turn it down.
Anyway, okay.
Turn it
Can I
down.
ask my question now? Wait, what? Okay, Felix, would you say that you are not the only person who is, and I'm not saying you are because I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck. I don't really watch your content.
Thank God.
Hey, no, you're funny. I like you for other reasons. I mean, I don't like you, like I don't know you, but like I like you for other reasons. What I'm trying to say is, would you stop fucking laughing, bro? Would you say that you are not the only person who steals content, even though I'm not saying you steal content? Would you say you're not the only one who does it?
I'd like to. I'm not the only one. Yes,
you are not the only one.
I'd like to say I'm on in the top 1% of the considerate ones, but people don't see me that way because of bullshit fucking people.
Okay, so you're not the only one who does it. So why do people care that it's you? Like, why they could do it to small streamers? Because like small streamers are easily accessible, especially with Kick, like a platform like this. I can't tell you how many people I know on this platform that literally just stream movies or stream other people's content, and people are gonna call me hypocritical. But wait, I have a formula. All right. People will stream fucking videos and like just watch it or watch other people's streams, even though like they are streaming. Like it's really weird, really meta. But I've come up with a formula. So the way it's not hypocritical is when I'm watching a person's video, right? You see the name of the creator, you see the title of the creator, you see how many subscribers that person has, you see how many followers that person has, like you see all the information. So even though I'm streaming that content, my viewers can make the conscious decision because I'm not responsible for my viewers. They are adults, they know that they have the right to make a decision. They make the conscious decision to go then and watch that creator and then maybe even stumble across more of their videos. So in a way, we are doing them a favor. We're giving them exposure.
Yeah, so I usually don't push this argument for the sole reason that people are gonna make the artists paid in exposure type shit, and I'm gonna yoink your shit. I like to just say most of the time that people that watch me, if I watch something, there's a significant chance they would have never watched the bullshit that we're watching. And if it was on their own, and I forced the video we're watching on their screen, on their own, they wouldn't even watch it, even though I forced it on their screen. They would actually close out of it, right? No, but they're watching it because of the value of the community, and it has transformative effects that are a little bit subtle, yet very significant, and user experience. It's why it makes a product that's worth consuming, yet the whole world tries to act like they don't understand it, because maybe they actually don't, what value it brings to that consumer, what kind of product they're getting, because they don't fucking get it, because they live in the cave ages, and need to be quiet. They don't understand any of it. And it's why I usually, most of the time, when I'm right about these topics, I don't talk about it, because they're brain dead. I'm not gonna explain something. I'm out here, I'll make it about money again. I'm the one benefiting, I'm benefiting from all these systems. What the fuck would I spend my entire life explaining to them when they're the one that are losing from it? I'm not gonna fucking bother doing that shit. They're freaking stupid, and they're losing. So, what the fuck do I care? That's the main problem, is that they don't actually understand the value in it, right?
It
Well,
doesn't
yes.
matter what the value. There could be things that aren't moral that are
Oh my
valuable
God,
to the
we're
consumer.
arguing in circles.
Well, like somebody selling pirated DVDs is valuable to the person selling them and to the consumer if it's cheaper than the retail product, right? Like that's not the only way we measure this. We have to look at the guarantees that are in place to safeguard people's ability to make their living off of things. And we've decided that the fairest way to do that is that like the media that they produce surpasses a certain bar of originality.
Yes.
And that's going to be protected.
Except sometimes the pirated person actually enjoys this interaction, right? And you're coming out at the end of the line, at the finish line, you say, well, there's only so much plastic that can be used to make these CDs, guys. They could have made something else with this plastic. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? The actual fucking materials timekeeper, dude. I don't know why you guys are coming to this interaction out of left.
Okay, can I just hear Tom or Destiny address this, please? I'm not really
Why are
interested
you
in
on
what you have to
Destiny's
say,
cock
XQC.
so hard? It's crazy.
Because they understand
He's just
the
asking
argument,
for
and they
someone with a
probably have
modicum of
something-
intelligence to talk about what's going on, and that would not include
So you're
you,
calling
unfortunately.
XQC unintelligent?
I'm calling you
He's not
unintelligent.
engaging
XQC
he's
is
not engaging
marginally
with
more
the-
intelligent than you, I would say, at the
But
very
what you're saying is that
least.
I'm making too much sense in the real world because these guys are living in a fantasy world, and you must talk to something
Okay,
from
XQC
La
is
La
fine.
Land,
XQC
like
is
Meth
fine. It's just
Andy.
the girl. Just the girl.
Oh,
okay?
it's just a
She's
girl
that one.
because I'm a
no.
girl. But yeah, I'm sitting here
No, no,
trying
no,
to
no,
actually.
'cause you're
I
a
mean,
girl.
it could
conversation
be.
now.
Could also be because
Then
It
what's
could
the
be
reason-
related to that. That may not be the only reason, but
So
that
you
could
oh, I can't say
have some
certain
kind of
words. Okay.
cross section.
Okay.
Yeah, say it, Tom.
Okay.
Go hard.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
Dumb
go.
bitch.
Just do it.
Anyway,
Just do
basically,
it. Just do it.
I honestly, once again, I agree overall with X's argument. I think the ultimate response to Supreme would be like, well, shouldn't there be some amount of like responsibility on the viewers? Which Merc actually brought up to her credit. The viewers themselves have to be responsible for what they watch. If they want to watch a video on its own, they're going to watch that. If they want to watch XQC react with his little face in the corner, they're going to watch that. And for whatever reason, even if his reaction is super small and like meaningless and like it doesn't really add much, if they choose to watch that, then that's their responsibility to watch that content.
Isn't that like saying that like in a piracy market, all of the responsibility rests on the consumers?
Well, this is not exactly the same because of
so
piracy.
boring and
As far as piracy, right? Piracy. If you buy pirated, let's say you buy a pirated DVD and it's $5, and the original DVD is $15. Okay. Well, when you buy that pirated DVD, the reason you're buying it is because it's cheaper. If you're watching XQC react to something, it's not like more convenient. It's not like it's not like better to watch for some reason. His face is just in the corner, and for whatever reason, some people ascribe a certain amount of appeal to him being in the corner.
Hold on, there are arguments for that. It is more convenient because they pay a subscription to XQC, so they don't get the they don't have to sit through ads, and they may not pay for a YouTube subscription or something like that.
Well, then you should pay for a YouTube subscription and spend your money better, I guess.
Or maybe they see the value in a chat experience that then needs to be fostered and grow over time, right? And maybe that's an area that you failed in the past because you don't understand its value. Because it's the core value, if not the only value any of these things have. The chat has a lot of value. You guys are missing the point entirely because of your own personal experience.
Yeah, the chat does have value.
Can I ask another question,
that's not,
please?
The argument doesn't stop with whether or not the consumers are provided value.
Hold on,
like the argument begins with whether or not this is subverting a structure that is meant to protect people's ability to make a living creating original works.
Can I ask a question?
I would
now?
honestly argue that I think more copyright enforcement in this way, more copyright enforcement would actually be bad for the internet overall because I mean, I think the less copyright enforcement, the better overall. Even now it's frustrating to see music companies and labels have such a stranglehold over content. I think you should be able to use a song in a YouTube video essay, unlicensed, and just be able to do that and not suffer any repercussions or be claimed. I think you should be able to do that. And the reason why is because it's like a transformative use of that content.
Or a small portion of the revenue should go to the
Okay,
artist or
XQC.
I disagree.
Can I ask a question now? Thank you. XQC, have you ever reacted to any of Titty Tom's shit?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I don't think he has.
Now, let me offer a further question. Tommy boy, let's say XQC watched your video, didn't give you any credit, but you knew it was your video. How would you feel?
I have never. I
personally
have had that happen to me, not with him, but with like Jadeon and stuff,
Okay,
and
but
even
we're not
Destiny.
talking
And
about him.
shut the fuck up. Shut the. I'm saying it right now. I'm saying it right now. No, I'm not avoiding the question. I'm answering the question right now. You dumb bitch. Destiny, kick this dumb bitch out of the call right now.
Now I'm a dumb
right
bitch
now.
Because I'm.
You always were.
wrong.
No, it's not. It's not now. It didn't start
You
now.
can't just
again.
demand that Destiny does stuff, all right? Just deal with it like
I would
everyone
not have
else
a problem
does.
if XQC reacts to my video. If XQC reacts to my video, I would not have a problem.
Okay, conversation over. Debate over.
But the conversation's not over.
The fucking question, because if
The
he did it to
conversation's
you,
not
you wouldn't
over.
have a problem. Therefore, you don't actually care. You're virtue signaling. That's exactly.
How am I
what it is.
virtue
You don't
signaling?
care. Because
How am
if
I
he did
virtue
it to you,
signaling?
it would not be a problem. But because you're trying to like make it a whole thing, and everyone's trying to make it a whole thing.
How am I
let's be
making it
real.
a whole thing?
If xQc watched any person's shit, the person whose shit it was, they would be happy no matter
Can
what.
I
Because he's
can I not
xQc,
defend
and
someone
that
else if
is
X
the
is calling
value.
them
It is
disingenuous?
the value because he is who he is. He has clout. He has all of it, and that is why. That is why. That's
Okay,
why.
but I can personally not have an issue, and other people can. And can I not argue in favor of them, or say that they're not being disingenuous, or can I not try to steal Man Supreme's arguments, and he comes in here and makes his arguments? Can I not like try to faithfully interpret what he's saying?
Okay, but you just answered the question, and literally that.
But it's not just about what I think. This is about like a greater internet discourse.
Because we're talking to you. You're putting in your opinion, so it does matter what you think because we're
Right,
talking
and I
about
just
what
told you what
think.
I think, and I can also tell you what
Okay,
other people
so why
think,
do
and
you
I can
care?
talk about what
So why do
Supreme
you-
thinks.
So you would say that it's shitty that he's doing this, but yet you wouldn't care if he did it to you, and you would actually.
I didn't
like
even
it if
say
he did
that.
it to you.
I didn't say that.
You did. Okay.
Also, the entire premise of my argument is that it doesn't matter, like the actual, the content being reacted to, the original creator of that, it doesn't really matter how they feel about it. They're obviously, I think they're going to feel like it benefits them in most situations. But again, it's about subverting a structure that is meant to protect people, like artists, being able to make their living doing that work.
Okay. Then how would you feel if you agree with the other guy about his music take, right? What about somebody who's making music and uploads it, right, somewhere on the internet, puts a file up there on YouTube, and everybody uses this file, right, and they're all banking off of their reactive and transformative content. The guy is getting none of it. Isn't that guy like kind of getting by the system, or is he not? Or is he getting paid? Is he being paid in exposure?
In that case, you could say that individual is. Yeah, it can be the case that you are taking views directly from the original creator, and maybe very rarely that's the case. I don't believe that's the case very often, but I do believe that does happen. But that's not really the substance of my argument. It's more that you're sort of like vacuuming up all these impressions and views that would otherwise be going to original works.
Can you
contributed to original works?
Could you prove that it would go to somebody else?
Well, the only alternative would be that people watching YouTube would just stop watching YouTube. If like Asmongold or xQc or whatever React stopped being uploaded to YouTube, would be able to stop watching completely.
Right. And I think the burden would be on you there. I feel like the assumption is so reasonable that these people would still be on YouTube watching something else. That I think the burden of proof would have to be shifted on you for saying that they would be leaving YouTube if you were not.
So you're saying that we're creating an ecosystem where everybody reacts, and then there's no more original content. Nobody has passion to make real stuff because they're just going to get yoinked and everybody making more money off of it.
Not necessarily. I'm not going that far. I'm just saying that like the amount of views that go towards like low effort React content is already substantial enough that like those views should be dispersed to like original works. And that like the popularity that React content already has, like especially on YouTube at this point, of like streamers just uploading, stuff that wouldn't clear fair use, is such that it is sort of creating a race to the bottom that everybody's trying to jump on the bandwagon of. And it does seem like there's a tug of war where like original creators are sort of becoming at odds, and the tension is rising. I think for good reason. And this is
wait a minute. Hold on. So I have to just kind of say it. It'll sound bold. It'll kind of cold, but that actually says you though. That's like you have nothing to back that up with. The tension is rising. What does that even mean? It just seems like it's just like some sort of like Netflix documentary like intro segment. The tension is right. What tension? I haven't seen a single amount of tension rising from anywhere. What?
Well, okay, for one, the tension in your voice, because this is a topic that you've had to grapple with over the past month. Like, this is something that people keep
That's another
bringing to
thing.
your
People
doorstep.
get mad at people for getting upset when they have a right to get upset. Like, everyone's like, oh, you can't get upset, you can't react, you can't feel it. We're fucking humans. If someone was fucking badgering me about something I do on the fucking internet all the time, of course I'm gonna get fucking angry because I want you guys to shut the fuck up.
Well, at the same time, I'm out of content, right? And if I can make the original content, I mean, this is as good as it gets for original content. We're talking about something, right? We're talking about a topic.
That's not
right?
true.
Oh, wow. So this is not original content. What we're doing is not original content?
I don't think this is as good as it gets when it comes to original content.
But it's still content, and people will still consume it.
I think this is original content.
So I saw a problem now. Now this is very clear. You are an internet content purist, which is the most dog shit breed.
No, I wouldn't say that either.
There's nothing worse on the internet than a purist of content. It's the worst. Like people that say, guys, Jersey Shore isn't successful because I said so because I don't like it because it's dodgy content. Well, you're a fucking idiot.
Hey,
that shit's fucking bomb.
Hey,
That shit just goes hard. That shit's complete bomb.
Look
Okay,
here,
you're a
JWoww,
dumbass.
bro.
I think at this point we need Destiny to explain my position. It has
Go
nothing to
ahead.
do with the quality of the content. It has to do with the conventions that allow people to make their living because we have systems that protect the originality of people's contributions.
But there's also a system in place where you can strike stuff if it's like gone beyond fair
Fuck
use.
the system because people take advantage of that either way.
Yeah, but it's also like saying if the cops weren't around, then there would be no problem with stealing, right? Like if nobody ever called the cops, then that means you didn't care if anybody stole from you.
Steal a lot of things. A lot of times you guys say stealing, right? It's literally you saying that, right? The people that are being stolen from don't agree that it's stealing. Only you does, and you seem to have like this sort of like high ground position of like, guys, it's stealing. Not because it is, because I said so. Even the person that's being stolen from doesn't say it's stealing. You're like some guy who's like. You're like living in your world. You're like, it's like some of the most schizo shit of all time.
Describing me as some guy, but you don't even understand my argument. You're just flailing for a counter.
That's not true. That's not true. I understand your argument. Your argument sucks.
It is
no.
true.
Your argument. Okay, your argument just sucks. I generally think it. I understand it. It's just bad.
Okay.
Am I allowed to say that?
I actually don't care to hear from you, so I don't know why you're talking.
Then why are you in here? You're literally in here, but yet you don't want to hear from him. What are you fucking talking about?
I stated earlier, this is some. I can explain that because I said, Tom, Destiny. I've never heard this argument come up. I'd like to hear you weigh in on it.
Sorry.
All right. Well, go ahead.
Weasel Supreme being a weasel as usual.
Sorry, that was immature, and I can admit I was immature, but still, your opinion is.
I think the main problem. Okay, yeah, then go ahead. Get the opinion about. Okay, state your argument one last time, and I'll focus on it instead of just getting some memes.
Hold on, wait. Can I say the argument?
Please.
Okay. Also, actually, you are hella triggered. Okay, so.
No, I'm not. I'm playing Factorio. I'm enjoying Satisfactory.
First of all, this is not Factorio. This is Satisfactory.
Destiny, I trust that you understand the argument. I don't need to be here anymore.
When you guys say that I'm triggered, bro, I have to be honest with you guys. Okay, this shit to me is literal. It's like air. I don't know what you say.
Sure, no. I understand. The reason why I'm saying you're triggered is because
I enjoy talking about it.
No. The reason why I say you're triggered is
I'm passionate and lively.
I understand.
Okay?
No. But
get a job.
It's not.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, says you. Okay, but also he's making a reasonable argument, but you're already jumping like 17 steps ahead to get to the attack part of your argument, which he hasn't even made yet. Okay, on a very broad level. Okay, all of us agree that some level of copyright protections probably need to exist. Okay, when we say copyright, we mean the exclusive right to make copies of some work. So for instance, it wouldn't work if a studio could produce Star Wars Episode 10 and immediately after I could re-release the exact same thing and go, oh look, this is Destiny Star Wars Episode 10. Because then nobody would invest in creating works anymore and nobody would be profiting from the works that they've created, right? Those are two.
Correct.
Okay, right. Okay, so broadly speaking, that's why copyright exists in a protection sense. It also, on an artistic level, copyright exists because we want to motivate people to create new or transformative works that add to the total base of art. Ideally, we want a world where people are creating new movies, new music, new everything, and not just copy pasting other people's stuff. Okay.
But isn't xQc inspiring other streamers to stream?
Whoa.
I really want to. Okay, I want to say Destiny just because I was trying to figure out if I can get the argument.
Let me just finish getting us there. Okay, the train just left the station. Okay, slow down. Okay, so so if that's the world we live in, the question is that in a world where increasingly more of the overall consumer space is being occupied by non-transformative reactions, are we creating a world where people who have only 24 hours in a day to consume content, where people's attention is being increasingly divided between new and original content versus transformative content? Or no, I'm sorry, new and original and transformative content versus derivative or repeated content, right? That was the overall point WickedSupreme is saying. Not that like any particular React streamer is harmful, or not that any particular stream is depriving an original work of any particular view, but just that as the broad pool of things, all of this derivative work might be taking away from the creation of new transformative work because the viewers aren't going to be there as much for it because they're too busy consuming other stuff. That's the broad argument.
Yeah. Okay, no, wait. I think that argument, right, does make quite a bit of sense. If you were to push that argument, I think streamers are like the absolute bottom of the barrel. You would never go after streamers for that. You go for mostly TikTokers and people that upload TikTok shit. Because the thing on there is very transformative and it dominates the market. And in terms of eyeballs, people spend way more time on TikTok than on Twitch and on YouTube, on live streams, right? By a insane margin. So why are people so mad about fucking Twitch reacts bullshit?
Yeah,
right?
I understand what you're saying, and it's a good argument, but people make that exact argument. A lot of people don't like that TikTok exists because it's low-effort content that's machine-gunned into our faces, that's destroying people's minds, where the algorithm is so good at keeping us, like, everybody complains about how addictive and probably bad for the brain stuff like TikTok is, right? I think that's a pretty common complaint.
Okay, but
Go
my
for it.
thing is, you say that it's the purpose is to like produce more like original content, right?
Yeah.
But let's say someone watches xQc's videos and they're like, damn, this is what I want to do, right? Even though he's using another person's video and reacting to it, you have then inspired whoever's watching him. Let's say like he gets like 1 million viewers right out. He gets 1 million viewers. Imagine how many of those people then go and make an account on the same site to then do what xQc does. That brings more revenue to the platform that xQc is on. So is anyone really getting hurt?
Sure. So there's arguments to be made that what I just gave was the broadest overview, kind of why copyright exists and why people think copyright is important. But there are going to be augmenting arguments that can make some forms of even pure copyright infringement probably okay. If I were to go and find, for instance, a YouTuber that has videos that get 10 views, and I were to straight steal his content and not even shout him out, just the off chance that other people go and find him is probably going to be worth it, right? So that might be an example of like, even though I'm engaged in a pretty blatant form of copyright theft, it actually is beneficial to that individual person. So there might be times where we can make arguments for individual times of copyright theft being ultimately beneficial, but that doesn't get us over the hump of the general argument for copyright and generally why maybe React content, as WickedSupreme was saying, maybe should be at least, if not discouraged, more critically evaluated. That's what he was saying, yeah.
Okay, can I be honest with you? I feel like overall we've moved the goalpost so often, and we made almost every argument against React content.
Stop! Hold on, stop! When you say we move the goalpost so hard, you're living in another world where you're in a super hyper debate against like Ethan Klein. I just made a super general that had absolutely nothing to do with prior arguments, nothing to do with goalposts. Now, if you want to go to like well, now you made the goalpost, and I think you're just trying to argue this because you can make that argument, but you're not responding to anything I just said. But go ahead.
Relax. I'm not even there yet.
Hey,
I'm not
don't
there
say
yet.
relax. Hey, I'm chilling. Okay, I'm passionate. Okay, I'm just having some fun. Okay.
Seems like you're kind of riled up all of a sudden, bro.
I'm not riled up at all. Hey, I'm just passionate and having a good discussion. All right.
Debate terms rile him up. He doesn't like that.
Anyway, go ahead.
What I was gonna say, is I feel like at this point we've come to like the very last stand, like argument, because there isn't a lot of really good arguments, and I feel like now it's like almost this. It almost feels like this. Oh well, this water bottle would the water in it would probably do better. Use this in this way or that way, and it's like we're running out. Like I feel that argument is like. The battle for eyeballs is a constant battle that's been going on and will continue to go on forever, right? As social media continues to grow and people have more stuff to watch, more stuff to engage with, more content, and more diversified content, and more precise interest spots, right? Well, at that point, it's like all these other factors become a bigger issue than React content itself. I feel like it's like a non-issue. Right?
I mean, you say non-issue, but I mean, like, that's a true issue as well. People talk about eyeballs and stuff, too. There were really interesting conversations. Do you know what Adult Swim is? I don't remember if you read this yet.
I love Adult Swim.
That's
yes.
great.
Oh,
Yes.
But there were
Robot Chicken.
There were interesting conversations from those guys about how important the structure and format was of television. Television was nice because if you put something in front of a person, they have to watch it. And it allowed you to introduce viewers to new forms of content that today people don't watch. Because one thing that people will say is something like Netflix is harmful because now instead of people turning on their TV and being forced to consume whatever there is being shown on a network, now they just go and they rewatch The Office 450 million times. And you get viewer behavior right now where people will, what movies you watch? Oh, I don't know. There's like 6 movies that I watch over and over and over again. Oh, there's 3 TV shows that I watch over and over and over again. And arguably that type of behavior is probably not good for a media environment because people aren't consuming new stuff.
Can I?
Wait. Really?
Really what?
Do you feel like that's like a strong argument?
Yes, I feel like it's a really good argument. I think it's a good argument for the format of TV, and I think it's an interesting argument to push back against some consumer behavior we have today that's probably not healthy for our media environment. It's not good that somebody rewatches the same TV show, 300 times. They should
But
be
they're
consuming
happy
new
about
stuff.
Well, if they enjoy it, it makes them
Yeah.
a happier consumer. It makes people happy.
But they probably enjoy watching something new more.
I don't know.
Wow,
But
and
if you add an air
you're
of
trying to make a
nostalgia-
decision. You're trying to make a broad decision for society as a whole on what they should enjoy.
Mate, hold on. You were an Overwatch pro player. How many times did you read a subreddit with fucking retards suggesting balance changes and shit for games? Players don't know what the fuck they want for games. Competitive players don't know what they want for balance. Consumers don't know what they want for content, of course. So the idea that we give consumers unlimited freedom to enjoy whatever they want, however they want, and that's the best thing, that's almost never going to be true. There are a lot of things. Hold on, wait, real quick. There are a lot of TV shows that I know for a fact, if I would have had Netflix or whatever the fuck available when I was 14, there's no fucking way I'm watching weird shit like Aqua Team Hunger Force. That's the dumbest
are you
content.
kidding
Shut the
me?
fuck up. That's the dumbest concept for a show ever, and it looks wacky and it's strange and it's weird. But because after Cowboy Bebop and after whatever anime was on, I'm getting force-fed these really fucking bizarro shows on Adult Swim. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna start to like it. But I wouldn't have chosen that originally had I not had that forced in front of me.
Okay, Destiny.
Unless you're
Destiny.
different.
Yeah, wait, Destiny. I understand what you're saying, right? But my kind of argument to all this, something that I've noticed in the past, right? In a market where there's a high saturation with garbage, right? Or something that you claim is garbage, or other people think is garbage, and it's the same, and it's repetitive, whatever, right? Then that by definition makes that market self-regulatory. When somebody goes and makes something good, of value, different, people will catch on and will start consuming that. And whoever does a better product is going to pop off. If your content is so shit, it loses to zero react, brain dead, toenail eating Andy at the computer, your shit is fucking garbage. Make better content, dominate the market. And
Listen, I understand
if it's
what
saturated with my garbage, you are going to destroy me.
That's
If
great.
you don't,
That's
Go
great.
ahead.
That's great with what you're saying from a hyper-capitalist perspective. But the reality is there are market failures for a variety of reasons all the time. Look at the average food that an American consumes. The United States of America has the best variety of food than any fucking country on the planet. But the majority of us eat like McDonald's and Taco Bell, right? Because it's
false.
easily
I would
available,
say,
because
like,
it's high sugar.
Korea
That's
or
great.
Japan,
If you
like
say Korea, you
China.
literally have
We
nothing.
have all those
no
cuisines
idea.
in America,
Stop,
that's what
please
he's
stop.
saying.
Hold, have you even been to Korea before? Stop. Okay, the idea that people are always going to choose the best things ever that are like actually the best for all of us cohesively, that's just not true. People are lazy. People will choose stuff that's easy, right? I mean, like if you need any other example, look at the media environment that exists now around streaming things. Remember how people were like, "Oh my God, Netflix is changing it up. All this competition and everything is good." And guess what we've done? We've reinvented cable TV. There's 50 million different streaming services. Sometimes there are seasons of shows available on some things than others. Nobody even knows what the fuck you're supposed to subscribe to in order to watch anything. Like, that's what consumer choice got us to. It got us right back to fucking cable TV. So I think there's an argument that some forms of intervention forcing people to engage with things in ways that they might not traditionally engage with them, I think can be good behavior sometimes.
I generally agree with that. I think that was actually a really fair point. What I was saying, my main counter argument is just that when somebody drops the ball, right, somebody can pick up the ball. It seems like sometimes a lot of people come at this problem or these problems instead of coming with being objective, whatever, they come out of insecurity. They're just mauled that the view that they're not the one picking up the ball, or they're not getting the benefits of picking up the ball. They're just really upset that it's not them, right? And it sucks that the people at the forefront of those arguments
Do
are
you
just
think that's me? Do you think those are my motivations when I'm making this argument?
bro. I forgot you were in the call. Like, what?
I had left. I came back because I wasn't super satisfied with some of
XQC. Say someone
Who
uses
the
you.
fuck is this guy, bro? You came
Yeah.
you came out of left field, and you just like interjected like I was talking about you. I don't know what the fuck. Bro, I'm not trying to be rude. I genuinely don't
Okay.
even know what the fuck.
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna.
Can I-
Don't talk about you.
Okay.
I'm talking about-
So far, you've made every argument that allows you to ignore the
Okay,
I don't know
let's
the argument that I
the other
presented.
side of the coin.
You said you could complain about TikTok instead. You've said the only people making these arguments have these like ulterior motivations. And now your argument is, who are you? I'd like to
Well,
hear you just like address the argument that we've made
No,
at this
no,
point.
I just did. I said it. I said it. Destiny, the way you explained it, right?
No,
the
you
way
haven't.
Well, yeah, I just did. I said the way Destiny explained it makes it a fair point. That actually makes a lot of sense. It's a good argument, and my counter argument, my thought behind it is, somebody will pick up the fucking ball, and most people that are putting these arguments are doing it out of insecurity, and it's not helping anybody. It's not. It's quite literally not helping anybody.
The
Because-
motivations of the people that might be making these arguments are irrelevant. You should just address the argument.
Well,
Oh,
can we
okay.
ask it in a different way? Okay, XQC, how do you feel? Like, say someone uses you for content. Like, say, whether it's titles, whether it's however someone uses you. Do you get offended by that? Does it bother you?
Wait. If anything, I'm like, I get used all the time, and I think that's fantastic. I don't see that as a problem.
So you support it. So like, say, like, I don't have any current examples, but like you support it. You find it like.
I find it endearing. I find it beneficial. I find it good, unless it's like some guy that like uses my face on like some incredibly like racist fucking campaign or something like that, right? It's always gonna be at least somewhat beneficial for me, and in no way or rarely harmful, right? I even get used on fucking gambling ads that aren't even that aren't even stake or whatever, like fucking like bullshit fucking mobile and I don't even fucking press them on it because
Sure. Although to be fair for us though, it's different for us because we're already creating the lowest form of content, so it's a bit different, right? Like,
but people enjoy it, so that's all that really matters.
No, hold on. What do you mean that's all that really matters?
I mean, if you are.
Hold on, wait. You have to stop using this reductionist. People enjoy crack cocaine. Okay, that's not an argument for anything.
And then they enjoy crack cocaine.
Okay, but that has no bearing on what I said. What I said was
point is,
hold on. I didn't get my point out. My point is that when I say we already create the lowest form of content, what I mean is that streamers create the lowest effort to pay off ratio content of virtually any content creator on the internet, except maybe the glitzy hot dog guy. Okay? So when you ask a streamer, do you care if somebody steals your content? Fuck no. I make like fucking 10 hours, Copium. I make 10 hours of content every single day. Why the fuck would I care if somebody steals my content? Now, if you were to ask me, let's say I compose a song or I do like a prepared work for a video or a script or something that takes me 3 weeks to work on, and then let's say that I upload that to my channel and immediately XQC and Asmongold react to it and get 2 million views on YouTube, I might feel differently about that because, well, hold on, I spent a lot of fucking time on that, and these guys are getting 10x the views that I am. I might actually.
And this
feel
is
a
the
lot
whole
different
thing I'm
about that.
saying. It's like I totally understand like if you disagree with the basic arguments, but realistically, like there's a reason why people are mad, and it's not just being disingenuous. Like there's a genuine sort of point of anger and feeling like exploited, even if you think it's kind of an imaginary exploitation, and the two things aren't related.
Well,
okay, let's say that
just
we
to be clear,
aren't
do you guys understand that my argument has nothing to do with the quality
God.
of the
Yes.
Yeah, we get it.
So let's say, right, that it is wrong. It is wrong to be a streamer. It is wrong to do the things we do, just hypothetically speaking. And the boundary that we are drawing is XQC using other people's content, right? Okay, that's outlawed. It's currently illegal, no more. Who's to stop people from stopping us from doing other things, like reacting to video games, playing video games? Like, once you control one thing, it starts to be a little slippery
That's an interesting
slope.
argument because technically I think that I don't even know if making Let's Play content would qualify as fair use. I think if that was taken to court, I think that like game developers might actually win, but I think that they recognize the value in having someone play their game on their stream, right? They recognize that there's a value in someone promoting their game. You know, Five Nights at Freddy's, a lot of these indie games that have only gotten popular because
So
you know
people can pick
Markiplier or
and
whatever the
choose
fuck.
what they want to apply to the role.
I'm not just saying
Ideally,
people.
to be
I mean, I guess
clear,
technically people
Turkey,
can pick
real
and
quick,
choose.
to
I'm
be-
just saying there's an argument.
To be clear, I think that's actually almost foregone because there are game developers that DMCA their video game content that you cannot stream. That people would
Right, but it's
Persona 5
very
that
few. It's very
you
No,
very
no,
few.
I
realize
know
that
that. But I'm
actually
saying
do.
no one's challenged them on court on that, so it seems to be the case right now that yeah, actually, if you're a video game developer, you probably could say, nope, I don't want you streaming my game. I will DMCA this if you and I
That
don't
There you
does
go.
think
My
happen
argument's even better
occasionally, but
on
it's
base,
very
etc.
rare because
Okay,
the
but
majority
just
already
because it's rare
approved
now
it.
doesn't mean it won't be normal 10 years down the road because we allow it to get to that point. Because then once you start attacking all these types of creators, streamers, whatever you want to call it, what can you actually do on the internet?
Okay, what you
I
can
agree.
do is
You know, I
can
actually
still,
agree.
No, hold on, you can still do these things through formal agreements. which is
Who
currently
wants
done.
to have a fucking formal agreement? You got to do it through fucking lawyers. You got to have
Formal
fucking
agreements and
paperwork.
bureaucry, like it just takes a lot of time.
Wait,
and
wait, wait,
it also
hold
just
on. Wait,
stifles
to be
content
clear,
creation
no,
and
no.
growth.
They
Formal
don't already
agreements,
control
I'm
everything.
pretty sure-
You can't fucking do
No.
anything without the fucking government
Formal
being
agreements
involved.
are nice because it gives everybody very clear guidelines and boundaries for how to act.
And it upholds a system of fairness as
Yeah.
well.
Also, like,
But
I'm
ultimately,
pretty sure,
I think with
I'm
this
pretty sure-
content
I'm
stuff,
pretty
there's a
sure-
lot of gray area,
Yeah,
right?
there are gray areas, but I'm saying I'm pretty sure every streamer would probably be cool with it if there was like, I brought this up as an example before, if there was like a list of content creators that I could click a thing and automatically PayPal them like $50 to auto react to their video on a stream or whatever, I would do it immediately. I'm
Yeah,
sure everybody would be okay with it. Yeah,
same,
but there's just not like a
same.
system in place for it. So if there was like an
What I think
actual
would be
official way
nice
to do
is
it, we would do it. Yeah.
YouTube has rolled this out a little bit. This is kind of unrelated. This is on the music side of things, but YouTube's rolled this out a little bit where they have their own copyright-free library, and there are certain songs you can pay for a license to use. But it would be nice if, like, you know, let's say Warner Brothers Music or something like that, or Capitol Records were to license out their songs. It's like, imagine the amount of money they'd make if, like, for every video essay, someone pays $100 to license fucking a Kesha song, right? They'd make so much money. It'd actually make more sense to do that. But copyright law is just very archaic, and it's not up to date with the internet, unfortunately.
I think in some ways these platforms haven't really kept up with it. Haven't really worked to implement copyright law in a way that serves React content as a convention. Like we could.
Well, because the platforms don't control copyright law. The lawmakers
they have
do.
to. They have to abide by them though. Like we could have a plugin on YouTube where if you're a YouTube streamer and you're reacting to YouTube content, where some portion of the revenue for your video goes to the channel that the video comes from or something like that. But like these are other options that don't require the red tape and the time and effort of a formal agreement or something. Turkey Tomkey's deafening. Is he hearing this? I want him to hear this.
Who?
Oh, are you like listening to Tom? I don't know if you just heard the thing.
Sorry, I was muted. I was talking to someone.
I feel
I
and the way I
apologize.
think is it's either all okay or it's not all okay, and I whether that's a
No.
wrong way to think.
I
feel
dubs,
like-
as I say.
What?
I dubs popped into the call all of a sudden. But no, listen. All I'm saying is that if you made this argument, right, on Twitter and during those debates, you would probably treat it as like the guy who's talking and is like nobody's listening because it's a pretty elaborate, pretty overall, guys, we could do better as society argument. It's a very like broad thing, right? And I would be fair. I think that your argument has a lot of validity, and for that, I think React content probably does suck in that regard for the whole overall ecosystem and health of content creation. Except nobody cares about that. They all push other dumb fucking arguments that don't make any sense. Everybody says
It's less about the ecosystem and health of content creation and more about upholding a principle that people who create things have some ownership over what happens, some autonomy over it, right? And that like the originality of their work is going to be protected. That's like one of the pillars that allows
I
people
guess
to make
I just have
living.
one question. X, do you
I'm
think there's
just
any
listening to
valid
it.
argument against React content from like an ethical perspective, or do you think it's all just bullshit, basically?
There is I think when there's a problem, then the argument can be made, right? And as far as I know, the problem being created on the fly, from thin air, for the whole sake of proving the argument, which is stupid. It's like it's like sorry, I'm sick. It's a little bit like you really care about being right about a certain topic, and you're gonna make a problem deliberately just to prove that you're right, even though you don't actually care. That make sense?
So if there is a valid problem, what would it be?
I think if people were being buried so hard, they had no place to grow, and their shit was just going absolutely nowhere because of React content, and it was quantifiable, and nobody was listening to their problem, and nobody was actually helping out or finding solutions, that'd be a massive problem.
But you don't think that happens?
Oh, no, it doesn't, because I'm the biggest perpetrator on the internet, or one of the biggest perpetrators of that, right? And I have little to nothing to show for it in to prove the argument. People don't DM me this shit like that, and don't comment about these concerns because they don't exist. Because you made them. You made them up.
Again, my argument has nothing to do with.
Argument, though,
I know.
is
I meant the
purpose
other guy's
of-
argument, not you. You guys' voice the same, bro. Like it's like impossible
Is
to
the
talk to you guys.
purpose of this argument to create change or just talk about what was done in the past? Because if we're going to create change, then what would be important and productive in this debate is to come up with the
To be
solution,
clear, React content is the change. I'm arguing to uphold a pre-existing principle,
which is
which is to protect people's original works, their ability to profit from original works. For
okay.
people to
So
make
that's
their
what
living
you.
off of contributing original things.
So structurally, that's what you want XQC to do, right? That's what would make you happy.
Well, I think re-uploading
And
React
others.
content would make I think making React content and re-uploading React content subverts that principle.
Okay, and what if he doesn't want to? Like, what if he's like,
What if
he has nothing to?
What if
like,
I don't want to not punch you in the face? Does that mean I
Okay,
have
so
the
now
moral
you're gonna
license
get
to
violent. Now you're gonna get violent because I
That's
asked
not
the
what he's
question.
saying. That's
Okay.
not what he's saying.
Okay.
That's not what he's saying.
Interesting.
That's clearly not. What do you mean interesting? Why do you
interesting.
do this?
That's not what
Every
I'm
once in a while,
saying.
someone will
That's
say
not what
something
I'm
and you'll
saying.
wildly misinterpret it on purpose.
Oh, he literally
She
just
just
said,
can't
"Oh, so
follow
you."
the conversation.
Wait, do you
that's
have
the problem.
I literally
do you have
have
the
been
4chan?
having-
Do you have the 4chan copy pasta about hypotheticals? I'm sorry, I'm done.
Like, the breakfast thing?
Are you actually autistic? I
the
think that's an
IQ
autism thing about not being able to understand
What's
hypotheticals.
wrong with being autistic? What's wrong with being autistic?
Well, in this case, it's inhibiting.
I mean,
the
in this
ability
case,
to
you
follow
won't
the
understand
argument.
hypothetical. That would be something wrong.
I do understand a hypothetical. I just don't know why he had to run to that one.
Because it very quickly illustrates the absurdity of the point of like, well, why shouldn't you do something? It's like a nonsense question. Right?
everyone-
The
like,
point of he
no,
wants to do it, so why shouldn't he?
Yeah.
And there's no reasonable risk of you being harmed right now because you're behind a computer screen in your private bedroom in your fucking mom's house. So there shouldn't be an issue.
Actually, I live alone. Thank you.
No, you don't. You live
Whoa.
with 3 people.
Even
One of your
worse.
roommates
Yeah,
wants
I
to
have
fuck you.
roommates,
That's
but
what
I
you say.
still live alone. Like, what does that matter to the conversation?
Bro,
You're
you
lit-
guys
I'm
are
literally
something
sitting
else,
here-
bro.
I'm literally sitting here trying to have a conversation. I'm trying to actually be normal for once, and then because you guys don't like what I'm saying or because I'm asking,
This is
questions-
normal?
You're trying and failing. That's the problem.
She's trying really hard not to say slurs. That's what she means.
I literally had no problem saying no
I mean,
slur the entire time because I'm
I
having.
feel like she
serious
has a right to say
conversation.
it. So let's just
Stop!
hear it. All of it's okay
How
or none
did
of
we
it's
get
okay.
back here. Everything revolves around
All
the
of it's
N-word.
okay or
Don't
none
do
of it's
it.
okay.
Oh my
Target.
So I think
God,
See,
fucking.
he's too big an iDubbbz fan. You are on that edgy content. I knew it. That's the only
iDubbbz
reason you
taught
like
me
his own
everything I
shit.
know about being racist.
I
Okay,
know.
forget the punch you in the face thing. What if I want to steal from a store? Should I be able to do that?
Fuck yeah, because they steal from fucking people who are less fortunate than the company itself. So.
Okay, maybe I have to go back to the face punching. I don't know. That was a swing and a miss.
I mean, let's like, are we literally who's fucking profiting here? That doesn't mean go fucking steal. That was just a hypothetical. But the point is,
Your
the
mom.
purpose of wow, mature, nice.
I'm very
Oh my
mature. You're
God,
right. I'm
we're
like
never
a fine
getting-
wine. As I get
Yeah.
older, I get smarter.
And you know, it's a
Bro,
shame. I'm a
oh my
huge.
God, this, bro.
This conversation is giving me brain worms. Do we have to stay on it?
Also, this call, man, bro. I try to give you guys some credit, man. You guys are all f***ing degenerates, man. This is why nobody watches political shit. This is why you're all f***ing lonely and sad. This is why you're all fucking single.
Don't leave,
guys.
don't leave.
What
I
did
wish you could
well,
talk
hold
about
on,
this stuff
okay,
and not
also,
sound like an idiot.
Excuse me,
XQC.
hold on. Slow down, mister.
Well, I
I
get
just won
paid to
3K
do it. I
at the
love being a
casino and I
dumbass.
posted pictures. And I posted stories on Instagram. Calm down, calm down. All right.
Is this guy
What?
good?
Oh, now you're making fun of a speech impediment. That's crazy.
Okay, I just need to give a quick steel man of XQC's argument.
No,
really
we
quickly,
don't need
really
another
quickly.
still man. We got 20 minutes of this conversation
No,
already.
you guys are all against him. You guys are all
Alright.
against him.
No,
Why can't I
that's
give
not
him-
true. I don't think we're all
Okay,
against
pretend
it.
you're on
Okay,
an
well,
oil
you're not
rig.
talking.
Why do people keep
really
talking
quickly-
about oil? I don't.
Oh my god. All right.
Because 9/11. That's why.
The conversation's
Lose my
over. The
fucking
conversation's over.
mind.
It's the point is, everyone does something wrong on the internet. Can we all agree on that? Everyone does something wrong.
Except
That's not-
for me.
It's
That
not
is
relevant
deep.
to anything.
How is it irrelevant? Everyone's over here saying, "Oh, he does this, she does this." Everyone does something wrong on the
That's
We
internet.
just
Because
described
that's
it as
not a
few
relevant
wrong things as
defense.
possible, and I'm making it. Right now, there's contention over whether something is wrong or not.
Yeah, we're
And I'm-
arguing it. Yeah.
Yes.
Like if I slit my girlfriend's throat,
Okay.
I can't just be like, "Well, we all
Yeah,
make mistakes."
are you
LOL.
serious?
Like, what are
I
we
live
talking
streamed
about?
it.
Like, what are we? Jesus Christ.
Okey-dokey. Oh.
Merc, you seem to have some kind of like persecution complex. What? Why?
Persecution. You trust me. I have nothing. No. I have no.
Well, it's
problem
like-
with any of that.
Well, it's like anytime anybody brings up like a specific disagreement, it's either like, well, actually, I'm gonna make an argument they didn't make, like that's not in their favor to like
All-
straw man them, or I'm gonna be like,
literally,
everyone's
all
coming
I've
after
been
me,
doing-
and I'm autistic
You
and black or
literally
something.
you started making fun of me because I was on the spectrum. You were saying these things in a negative way, and I'm actually trying to have a normal conversation. You don't know me, all right? I'm RJ. Nice to meet you. The
I thought
point
your name was
is-
Perk.
Bird is trying.
Okay, I can't even have like a serious fucking conversation.
Kelly,
Okay, serious
No,
fucking
you
conversation.
can't.
Problem, you can't- I'm
Congratulations.
sorry, I'm
really sorry.
There's a tiny bit of
I'm
self-awareness.
sorry. Okay, listen. Why Perk and not Zanny?
Because, well, to be fair, I don't fuck with drugs, either of those. Okay, it's a fucking nickname. It's an inside joke. It's a joke. And it's just my fucking name.
You would joke
okay?
about drug use?
Yeah.
I'm addicted to.
Because when people say,
I'm
you're
addicted to
off the
perks.
bean, people
nobody
say,
asked, literally.
That's-
Holy fuck, this guy's so fucking annoying. My god, dude. Christ, you're so single.
You came to the fucking stream, bro. Just leave.
Your voice screams loneliness. Be quiet. My god.
Okay, can we
You don't sound like that. You sound
Hey,
fucking broke. You are fucking broke.
You can't speak English.
Suck my
Stick
dick.
pity
You
Tom.
are fucking
Kelly.
poor. Oh my god.
Jesus
Jesus
Chat.
Christ.
Okay,
This guy's
Tom,
annoying.
you're putting out real Merc energy right now. I need you to stop.
Wait, what? Dude.
Chat.
Oh, so now you're gonna make fun of someone who's more successful than you. Okay. Okay.
Can I not make fun of someone who's more successful than me?
I mean, you can, but you'll look fucking
I guess she's
retarded.
never been on Twitter.
You'll be retarded.
If someone that's more successful than me has a speech impediment, I can't make fun of that speech impediment.
Are you serious right now? Destiny, are you gonna let him say that?
Yeah.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, what
Are
if
you
he
such a
wants to say
coward that you
that?
won't insult
Actually gonna
someone
say
just because they
that.
have more money than you or something?
Wow. No, it's because I honestly.
Because you
I
want,
don't-
because you like him, so you should just go date, and you guys can leave and go do something, and the big boys can talk.
Hey, also,
She
hold on,
doesn't
wait,
have
wait,
big
wait,
enough
wait, wait.
tits.
Hold on,
The
we got
big
some,
boys.
whoa, whoa, whoa,
I mean, I do
whoa,
like
whoa.
some titties, to be
Just
honest.
as a heads up, we got some stolen valor right here. I've actually been to speech therapy because I had huge speech problems when I was in school. So fuck you guys, okay?
And I have
XQC just
auditory
talks
processing
fast.
disorder.
Okay, yeah, and
Real
you're
shit.
also okay. Other.
So what you're
issues,
saying is
okay?
that it could be fixed, and it's a choice.
True.
Okay, maybe he's secure with himself, unlike Turkey Tom, who has literally the SpongeBob, the fucking Squidward from
Well,
the
maybe
last
if you can't
episode
speak
instead of
English
your
and you
actual
aim
fucking
and you
face.
aim to be an English-speaking streamer, you should aim to be
I
more
actually
secure.
speak multiple languages. I speak a little
Well,
French.
I'm
I
not
speak a
talking about
little
you. I'm talking about the
Korean,
guy in the call who
English,
can't speak fucking English.
Spanish. Okay,
That's
and you know
also
what?
me.
Bro, you're literally like, okay, you know.
Hey, XQC is
Can you
bilingual.
say
How
I'm
many
gay in
languages do you
Spanish?
speak, Tom?
Yeah, Tom.
One, the only one that matters.
Based and true.
English? Interesting. Okay.
Hey, can you say I'm gay in Spanish? Merc off the perk.
No, but I can
What is
say.
the
Soy.
point?
I
What
believe
is the
it's. I
point
believe
of
it's
this
soy
conversation?
homo. Soy homo.
You're so funny, huh? Got the whole fucking chat laughing.
Soy
All right,
homo. I thought that was my. Never mind. Good job,
Soy
guys.
gay?
You guys are all doing a great
Soy
job. You guys
gay?
are doing a great job today. Okay, thank you all very much for the free content.
I hate you so much.
Who?
You didn't even say
He
fucking shit.
knows
You just
who.
came here and listened.
Well, if you hate me, I love you, and I have no ill will against you because I've never met you and had an actual conversation with you.
You
so you have no reason to hate me.
self-involved morons. I was talking to Destiny.
Oh, that's a no. So now you don't hate me? Oh my God, W's in the fucking chat.
I don't care enough about you to hate
Oh,
you.
now
Can we
you
get
don't
some
care. But you
L's?
didn't want
Can
me
we
to
get some
drop-
L Mercs in
You
chat,
didn't want me to
please?
swat it?
Everyone in chat
I've
say
been
L Merc.
swatted 3 fucking times. You think I'm fucking stupid? I leaked the fucking fake address. Okay, people accidentally found my real address.
Yes,
leaked the
I would have
fucking fake
preferred
address.
it if you
know
didn't
why?
die.
You
Is
know
that
why?
where we're going
What
with this
if I
conversation?
want to be a fucking retard on the fucking internet, I have the right to be because we live in America. So if I want to get doxxed, if I want to get stalked, if I
Well,
want
I
to get
don't,
pizza
but all
fucking
right.
sent to my fucking house, I will have pizza sent to my fucking house. And you know what? It has nothing to do with you because you are not me. And
You
live
are
your
a
own life.
dumb bitch.
Oh, and now I'm done because sense of
Bro,
individuality.
Destiny, where do you even find these people? I actually don't get it. Where do you
Where do
actually
they-
find these individuals?
Oh, I collect these. These are my special friends. Okay.
Are these the orbiters or what?
We all
These
came from
aren't the
Reddit.
orbiters. We're in a special star system right now, soldier.
I am not a fucking orbiter. I'm tired of getting fucking called.
Merc,
that.
you are a meteor shining bright, passing through the system, literally burning.
I
out
met Merc
as
on a
we speak.
subreddit
Say
once,
that.
and she was posting some crazy stuff on drug fuel, and I think that may have something to do with the performance here.
On
That's all I'm
what?
saying.
On what?
Drug what?
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 I know what that is. I know what that is.
Yeah.
You guys sound,
I'm
you guys sound
so
like fucking
fucking
degens.
Thanks, guy.
Are you
thanks.
playing Overwatch or some
Thanks,
shit?
guy. Thanks.
No, I'm playing with my dick a little bit.
Oh,
Okay.
um,
Based.
Okay, I'm just gonna mute Merc real quick and then try to get through like an adult example that's sort of a counter to what
what
Supreme's
Why?
bringing
When
up.
did you bring
Just gonna
this
mute her real quick.
conversation back? Why?
We've moved
Okay.
on. We're done.
Why?
We won.
Hold on.
We figured it out. What?
We didn't figure it out.
We did.
So basically, XQC's argument
Why? No
is
one
that
cared.
the morality
I don't
of
think
this
anyone here
doesn't
actually
actually
cares.
matter.
Shut up.
No. It doesn't matter. Basically,
Nicole.
everybody who's complaining about it is Blockbuster.
Okay, hold on. If
Once-
you get, wait,
no,
if you
no,
get,
no,
if
no,
you
no,
can get
no.
your argument out and literally, wait, you got 10 seconds. Okay,
oh
go.
my God, director of racism
once-
talking here, but yet wants
Once
to
the
make
market
me.
experiences a new way to consume content, it's over for everything that came before that. Blockbuster got fucked. Every record company that made music got fucked. Spotify wins. Netflix wins. You guys are all gonna get left in the Stone Age.
And what are you doing? Sitting on
Okay.
Discord, judging people who make
Hold
more
on.
money.
There,
than
I got
you.
it out.
No,
I got
you're
it up.
right. You're right. Justical. And the future of content is going to be the brand new Avengers Episode 7 comes out, and when you go to the theater to watch it, you can choose which streamer you want in the corner of that movie.
That's
when you
actually
watch
what it's going to be.
And that'll be fun.
I
and people
don't
enjoy it,
look
and people
forward to
will
the
be happy.
dystopia. I just know it's
why-
coming.
Right. I don't know why we give a fuck what people enjoy. Just let people enjoy what they want to
Wait.
enjoy. We didn't.
Wait.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't
Why,
get it.
why do you act like people won't adapt though and won't do better? I mean, people have survived way worse in the past before. No, I've
I would
survived
have
a
no
lot of
problem with
eras.
that if that was like achieved through a contract or formal agreement.
Oh fuck no, fuck you. What is this fucking pure? Bro, you're not even an actor in that field. You're not even somebody who would like who loses or gains on
hold on
that.
a
You're
minute.
like a no, you're not. You're really
know
not.
that.
Well, no, I know for because in this call is degenerates.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, I just know you're not like some big producer for like Netflix or something like that. You're in a Destiny call. Like holy fuck.
Okay, but so are
the
you.
lack of self.
What's wrong with
and,
being?
And I never
No,
claimed
hold
I'm
on.
like a Netflix director either. I'm
Hey.
also a head in the Destiny call. That's what I'm saying. We're all dumb. You're not like a premium dumb
Right,
fuck.
speak for yourself.
Well, I'm not dumb. I mean,
Oh no,
I,
you're all dumb. You are literally all stupid. Sorry about that, including myself. I don't know what.
Are you serious right
none of
now?
you guys are like better. Yes, I'm serious. None of you guys is like superior than anybody here. We're
I
all on
am.
the same level of
Well,
stupidity.
I'm not
This is
saying
my
that, but I'm
solar
not
system,
fucking
so I am
stupid.
the superior one. Okay, I'm the sun in the middle.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness gracious. Wow.
My children.
I mean,
Stupid. There you
if
have it.
anything, I'm smarter than you because there was only 3 people on this call when I joined. I came with Destiny, trying to make some content. You guys joined, and you guys are monkeying around for my content. So I guess I'm playing you, dumb. Holy shit, you guys' lack of self-awareness is insane. You are losing your mind out here.
Wait, are you mad right now or just passionate?
I'm being passionate.
Okay, just
I'm
checking.
interested in this topic. This is an argument I haven't heard a good response to, and so I wanted to present it. Hope that I heard.
Brilliant.
Okay.
I still haven't heard Destiny weigh in on it. I've heard him repeat the argument.
Well, I was
but-
repeating your argument, yeah. At the end of the day, I just don't give a because I hate
Hey.
YouTubers and they're lazy fucking losers.
Yep. Lazy pieces of shit. All of them.
At the end of the day, I'm pretty laissez-faire about like the consumption side of it. I agree. Like the value of content is going to
You're
be.
just talking about laissez-faire already.
Do you just? This part doesn't require you to talk, Merc. I don't know why you're interrupting me.
Oh,
It's
but
again
you can
because
interrupt
she
me.
can't actually
You-
follow the conversation.
I literally
so she just like
haven't
reads her
you-
chat for
okay, the first-
questions. She
I
randomly
literally have-
interjects.
oh,
There's nothing
okay.
unique or
First of all,
interesting
okay,
there.
First of all, let's talk about this. First of all,
She's
first of
high.
all, listen.
Off
Okay,
the
and what
perk.
if I can? Oh my fucking god. The point is, I come in here actually trying to be normal for once, right? Have a conversation because it's something that I feel passionate about because I go through it in a different level. Granted, I'm not fucking huge. I'm not fucking xQc, whoever the. All right, I get it. I'm not.
Why are
that,
you so insecure about your sub count? You're constantly bringing this up as if like everyone's shitting on you for it. Nobody's brought that up
You didn't even
once.
let me finish. You just cut me off and you didn't even let
I'm
me
sorry.
finish. what I was-
Do you
shut
smoke
up,
crack?
Yeah, I smoke crack in my I boof that shit. Yep, I'm a crackhead. Okay, what else?
Based.
Anyway, the point is, I feel passionate about this because people come for me in the same way, but on a different level about different things, and it's not fair because it makes a person feel like shit. And in reality, the only reason, well, at least the reason I'm doing it, is to make other people laugh. So if it makes other people laugh, if it makes other people happy, and it makes people forget about the real life and how terrible it is, what does it matter? Let people enjoy things, let people be happy, and let people live their life. That's what the ultimate argument should be.
Yeah, but unless it impedes on somebody else's income and then it fucks their life, you know?
Bro, ain't nobody talking about income. We're talking about emotions
Well,
here.
I
Let's
am,
forget
though.
about the money.
okay.
Forget about the money. Forget about the money.
You
Money
just
isn't
totally
everything.
don't understand the argument at all. If you
I-
say it's
I
not about
think-
the income,
I think-
are not even in the same spatial plane as everyone else in this call.
Oh, I'm in the
like a
fifth dimension.
standard hierarchy of needs, right? Then your kind of feelings would be at the end of that, right? If money provides you with shelter and food and clothing or whatever, right? Then feelings are kind of like later on down that path. So I think money is important to talk about in that topic.
But some
Is it
people
not?
don't care about money. Some people actually care about people's emotions.
Yeah, but the people that don't care about money don't care about money because they already have money. If you don't
That's
have
not
money,
true.
that is I promise you that's
Or because
true.
they don't need
That's
it
not
because
true.
somebody's taking
Or-
care of them or something.
That, or maybe they've had both experiences where they've had nothing and then had stuff, and they realize that none of it actually fucking matters, and that what matters is how you treat people, how you make people laugh, and how you entertain people. And
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure if
get
you
why.
can't pay your bills, I think that matters probably more than the emotional.
Whether or not
money
people
will
are
always
laughing.
come. Money will come. Money will go. It does not matter as long as you are fulfilled internally. And if XQC is fulfilled, that's all that matters.
I'm sorry. I just realized I was talking to a pretty girl. My bad. For the men that live in the real world,
Destiny,
money doesn't always just
All
randomly
right.
when you needed my
literally-
bad. My
Steve,
bad. I forgot I was talking to a woman. Holy shit! What was my bad? Oh my god.
You literally had like a 7-hour okay, that's an exaggeration. You literally had a conversation last night with me about all of this, and you agreed that as long as it makes me happy, you can't knock it. And now you're gonna
Was that
sit
when
here
you
and
were
knock
in the
it?
middle of trauma dumping and threatening to
It
kill
wasn't
yourself?
trauma dumping. He was asking me fucking questions, and I was being real about it for once. Everyone is so mad for me saying hard R, and so mad for me
Stop.
fucking trolling the internet.
Say it again.
No.
All of it's okay.
No.
No, stop.
No,
I
I'm
just stop.
gonna
Stop.
fucking say it because I'm literally sitting here trying to have an actual conversation, and you're literally getting mad at me for doing that. You guys want to see the real side
What
of
if
me?
you need money to do the things that you that are going to fulfill you?
What
if you need money to do
guess
those
what?
things?
I'm poor
No,
as
what
fuck,
if you
and I'm
do
doing
though?
what makes
What if you want to be a race car driver?
Or what if you want to have an apartment with an air conditioner?
What if you want to raise a family?
That's not me.
Or go to school?
What if you want to raise a family?
Okay, you will have a family if you are meant to have a fucking family.
Yeah, but you need money for that, right?
Not necessarily, no. Because guess what? I was raised, and foundationally, you don't need money to raise a fucking family. You don't, because love
What a
is everything to a
revolutionary
child.
statement.
Love is
True.
everything. Okay, yep. Make fun of my thoughts and ideas.
Yeah, but the
But-
child
will
won't
because
even be able
they're
to
stupid.
feel love if it doesn't have like its
Like
basic
food.
needs met, like
That's not
food.
true.
Yeah, what?
Well, I
the
don't
child
know.
will feel like
There was
it'll
that-
die. It'll die, literally.
I mean, there was that
Yeah,
one time.
well, you know what?
Oh, there's something
You know
called
what?
no. I mean this. No. It's something called. I think it's like the hierarchy of needs, right?
Who
Like
made the hierarchy of needs, Mr. XQc?
Maslow.
Maslow's
Okay.
hierarchy of needs. Yeah.
All right, and list
Yeah.
them 1 through 4, 5, however many there are.
Oh,
I don't give a fuck.
dude,
The point is,
dude, man, don't try to give me on some theory. I was right initially. Okay, the point makes sense. I don't need to know the exact layers of that pyramid. It has like fucking 4 or 5 layers.
But look, I derailed the conversation. Anyway, the point is, some
Listen.
people.
The most important thing to you is blurting out your opinion because no man has ever told you no. Okay? That's
Yeah,
the only
men have
reason you're
told me
saying
no.
anything. You haven't
Men have
listened to
definitely
anybody's
told me no.
argument.
No.
You haven't tried to understand anybody's argument because
misogyny
you actually care about them in order to like advance your understanding. The
I
only thing you care
literally-
about is blurting out your opinion and hoping we're impressed by it. So just shut the f
I'm
up.
trying to impress
Jesus
anyone.
Christ.
Okay, and you know, yep. Okay, and you know me.
Supreme,
know-
you can shut up as well. You never say anything interesting.
Oh, true.
I literally
layup.
have been sitting here trying
Kelly with
to
the
actually
layup.
take part in a conversation and actually add value to it because I feel connected to it. I feel inspired by it. All right. It's something that I am passionate about myself. And Destiny, we literally had a long ass conversation last night. And for you to sit here and like act like this, like, oh, now you're like, what? Like, that's shitty. That's shitty.
Hold up. Nothing that I have said today contradicts anything that I said last night.
You were making fun of me for being more emotional than financial.
No.
Why
I'm
do you
making
think
fun
the
of
guy
you.
that was okay with you coming on,
I am.
despite the fact
Kelly,
you might have got murdered
Kelly,
from a
Kelly,
SWAT,
I'm
cares
coming
about your
right
feelings?
now. Oh my god,
Are
I'm
you
coming,
insane?
Kelly. I'm coming every time you talk. Okay, Merc. What I'm making fun of you for, what I'm making fun of you, shut the f up. What I'm making fun of you for is saying that emotion is all you need to raise a kid because that's an incredibly privileged thing to say. Money is really important. If you don't have money, you have to be able to fulfill your basic set of needs in order to even begin to love your child. It's hard to love your child if you don't have a roof over your head, clothes on your body, and money for food.
That's not true because I've been in a position where I've had none of that, and what mattered is my mom holding me, and I felt more fulfilled than anything as a child.
That's
So,
great. We called those tall tales in school. There was no point in your life where you were
How
happy.
are you going to tell me my experience is a lie?
I'm sorry. Are you a fucking alien or are you a human being?
I don't honestly know at this
Psycho.
point.
Okay,
because-
well, if you're a human being,
now it's psychosis. And I'm
if
being
you're a
invalidated.
human being, you need clothes, you need food, and you need shelter.
I'm not saying.
And if you're perk, you need crack.
Yeah.
smokes.
Okay, just keep calling me a crackhead.
Your mom
Just
also
keep-
can't hold you if you get taken away by CPS because she can't provide for
True.
you.
Child Protective
Okay,
Services will deprive your mother
not
of you.
True. That's not true.
How is that not true?
Because I've been through it, and that's not always true. Because I've literally been. The only reason I'm saying this is because I have been through it, and I'm saying that
She
some
just
people
keeps
don't
showing
care.
that she can't actually follow conversation.
I'm
All right, bodying the retarded child sitting in the corner eating crayons does not feel good, all right? Can you just stop dogpiling the moron?
Wait, why are we eating
She ate
crayons now?
crayons.
Okay.
She ate crayons. That's why she can't speak English.
Wait, which one?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Just
Good
keep
effort.
going. Just
Can we go to the
making
main
fun of
topic
me.
we're talking about, or we're just gonna do
What
this in
is
circles?
what's
Yes,
which one was the main topic?
please.
Oh, I don't remember. I saw somebody responding to me to keep up. I mean, I thought you guys were smart, bro. Like Destiny
what is
Orbiters, catch up.
wobbling right now? Oh my goodness.
Well, this is the.
It
new
was
se-
about React
this is,
content,
This is
but
the new
Destiny said
season
that
of.
was
This is
done.
the new season of Orbiters. So we're kind of like in the preseason right now. Okay, trying out new people. These guys are not the permanents. All right, so.
Back to 9/11.
What about
Well,
9/11? Oh yeah,
Because
9/11.
Destiny is a
9/11.
structural engineer, and he's the best person to go for this, I guess.
Oh, hold on, X. Do you have any questions about medication or anything? We have our medical
Oh,
expert,
fuck off.
Kelly Jean. who
We
will-
are an expert in everything, apparently.
I don't get it. You guys have
Fuck yourself.
like 9,000 Destiny Orbiters inside jokes. I can't fucking keep up with.
Oh, sounds like you need to watch the stream more. You're missing out.
Loader and Reaper's Iron Plates.
What's your What'd you do recently? You went to a casino or you played that soccer game. Are you happy with that or are you upset over the goal shit?
Yeah. Well, why'd you bring up the casino earlier anyway? Why'd you bring that up anyway?
I'm just thinking about the stories that I saw recently. Not everybody's trying to fucking attack you, okay? I'm streaming.
Oh.
I don't have time to keep up with your whole fucking life. I don't know if that was a bad story or not, okay? I won't ask. Never mind. Don't tell me anything, okay?
Oh,
Jesus.
no. You have like a lot of laws around gambling. It's really hard to get money out. So I went to this casino and their limits are pretty low and the stakes are really low. So I could only play with like 1K a pop at a time or whatever. So I had I pulled out 3K, I lost, and I pulled out 1.2K, and I went to fucking 10K, and I didn't want to like bring it back, and I just fucking blew it, and I spent it on some bullshit.
Okay.
That's all.
What'd you
That's my
spend it
story.
on? What did you
Like
spend
fucking
it on?
shoes, clothes, and useless shit. But it was fun though. It was really a nice experience. Anyway, yeah, Disney, what was your question? I forgot.
I was just saying, what were
was
you
I
up to
doing?
recently? Yeah.
Oh, I went to London, bruv.
I saw that, bro. Did you have now I know that the game was rough because they stuck you on goalie. Okay, you didn't much support. We saw that. But do you feel
You
like did
did
you have like
great.
an overall fun time? Was it like a fun experience? Would you do it again?
It was fantastic. I loved it. I want to do it again next year. Yeah, I had the time of my life. I'm not kidding. It was like an eye opener. It was like kind of reminding me that some things are just kind of fun for the sake of just being fun.
Who was the organizer behind all of that?
Batman.
Oh, is that like a YouTube group? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's the biggest YouTube group. I think biggest YouTube group overall.
Are you is Twitch organizing like any events like this for like the upcoming TwitchCon or anything like that or?
Not of that magnitude ever. I don't think anybody can do it. You know, it's crazy. Mr. Beast is like one guy, one brand, and he has people with him, right? It's not the same concept as a YouTube group. YouTube group is people that are like, it's like a conglomerate. A lot of people that do their own thing, and also mix up to do one thing together every once in a while in a structured way. And if you want to know about a big philosophy overall, and the big point, I think the big takeaway is that a lot of people that don't succeed in groups like Team 10 or whatever the fuck, right, in the past, is that sometimes just the fact of having a basic structure will make it succeed. You know, even if your content is like a 6 out of 10, if you show up and you just fucking do it as a group, it'll pop off and it'll actually pan out, right? And I think Sidemen is like a living embodiment of that. I'm not saying that the content is like 6 out of 10. I'm just saying like overall, they've showed up and they've actually done the work and did it, and it's been fantastic. And it's very rare. It's a rare thing on the internet that people able to achieve that.
Yeah.
Do you think it's actually rare, or there's actually smaller creators who do that but don't get the attention because everyone's attention is on the sidemen?
No, absolutely not. I don't think these guys. I don't think there's any argument to be made that these are like cannibalistic fucking behaviors in that.
And by the way,
ecosystem.
I'm not arguing. I'm actually just asking.
No, I don't think there's any cannibalistic
I feel like
arguments to be made.
I feel like the issue in the streamer world is it feels like it's so weird because there's been so many, even back in the esports days, I'm sure you remember, there were so many like big content houses, and these content houses get together and it feels they don't ever do much.
It fails.
Like,
it fails.
They
I
come
don't know why,
together-
Destiny. Because everybody is such a fucking bitch ass. Creators are just hoes. There's no other way to say it. The problem why these people fail is that everybody is such an absolute bitch ass. If
Are
they
you
weren't
talking
such
about
bitch
like?
asses,
Do you mean like
everybody is. Like literally everybody is. And if you don't have somebody that tells you like, hey man, if you don't show up to tomorrow's content for everybody else, I will actually I'm going to punch you in the face, right? If you haven't done somebody that does that, nobody shows up. If people don't show up, even me, I didn't show up to my own shows, my own stuff,
Sure.
right? Because I'm also a dumbass, right? And I know that for a fact, so I do more solo stuff, and I've been trying to expand and show up more to expand that part of myself because I don't want to be that anymore, or at least I want to try new things. But I think that's just people get into their heads. People get insecure. People feel this weird competing insecurity. Everybody's just so insecure in this fucking market. It's insane, and it holds everybody back. And I think the seven have shown that whenever you put those things aside even a little bit, and you actually collaborate, you succeed. It's why a lot of these content houses do not succeed.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have like egos and shit over like viewership and like helping others and like hosting streams and shit. And like, yeah, I think that's a really big problem. Like if you were to have I feel like if you were to do a content house and then you were to bring a bunch of like I'll say even like the LSF streamers together and they were to do group shows, like if some of those group shows were doing more viewership than their main streams, I think people would start to get to like have certain feelings about it that would ruin everything. Because it seems like...
Don't some streamers do that? Like OTK or whatever? Like they have like
these dynamics
videos?
Are all relevant in all groups, all of them. I've seen it firsthand. In every group, the vendor, we don't know which one it is. Okay, it's not about having names and calling them out because these are behaviors that are kind of human. And you don't want to shun people for having like human behaviors, even though they're kind of shitty, right? I think it's kind of shitty to call them out for it, right? But every house, every content group, they all have that, all of them. It's not in the, like a oh my god, guys, these guys don't do it. Everybody has it.
I would say OTK probably is the best at like they have at least been like organizing events and stuff more than I would have ever expected them to. But I think things could be so much better if people were willing to just like drop egos, not worry as much about like viewership and sub count and everything, and just like relax and have a little bit of fun.
I feel like one that's really good is AMP, the Kai Sinat thing. Yes. That one seems really good.
So, Destiny, I have a question. So you say that you think that everyone should just drop the ego and like just have fun and just exist, right? So what do you say when, like, for example, people call me a clout chaser because I find other streamers to fuck around with or troll with and make content with, and they like it's a negative thing?
Yeah, well, have you proven yourself to be able to do that and achieve results on your own? And a lot of things that a lot of people, they don't get called clout chasers when they have value on their own and they don't have to fucking do stuff with other people or barge in to have value, right?
But is it value determined by other people or value determined by their own self?
Okay, it's a little bit of a complicated topic. Here's a good example, so maybe you're gonna get it. Yeah. Here's an example. Greek God X. Greek God X.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, well, he was on Title 1 stream for years, right? He provided a lot of content. And he says that he was leeching, even though he had nothing to leech for, because he didn't have a stream. And people said, oh, maybe he's leeching for his own stream down the line, right? And maybe you make an argument that he did, right? But he always provided content for everybody. So he provided his fair share, right? And when he went on his own thing, he provided also content for everybody to enjoy, right? And that was also successful. He could do both, right? And I think then people have less of an argument to be made to make against them that they are leeches or that they're all about their growth or whatever, right? If you provide them with that, it's almost just like it's like you're a shield for it. But if you only show up when it's on other people, and it's a very low effort, whatever, and you don't ever do your own thing, then people will come at you and they'll have a good argument against.
But you yourself said that because when I asked you previously that, how would you feel if people used you for content? You said you'd love it, you'd enjoy it. So now you're saying that you would only enjoy it if they provided content on their own without using.
Well, that was a different. There's a difference between like using your stream, like rebroadcasting a stream, versus like actually taking up your time on a stream. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I think it's all about your own intrinsic value and how you see yourself in that, right? And I don't think you'll care as much if you know your actual value with other people. That's why sometimes it's important to collaborate and go to people's streams and wild out and then say, hey guys, I'm going home. Go up on your own thing and grind your own dog shit content, right? And give that and have value, because they're both very important parts of you, right? And people, if you only have one of them. What's up? What's up, Dan? Sorry, my dad's here, sorry. Alright. Does that make sense or not? Did you get it?
No, I understand, and I have another question, and I'm using this time, like, because this is, like, I want to talk to someone who...
Just ask the question.
Oh, okay, I guess I'll just ask the fucking question. How... I forgot the question because you stopped me.
Okay, sorry, go ahead, return to the glaze and then ask the question, my bad.
No, I was just going to say, because, like, I feel like it's very important, because I am new to this, and...
Is it?
Never mind. Just, never mind.
Bro. Listen, this person, okay, wilds the fuck out. The person who's about to ask the question, she wilds out almost every occasion, right? And we should cook her dumbass for it. But the one time she doesn't, why do you guys do that? then it makes you not do it anymore. Man, you guys are fucking dumb as bricks. Actually, bricks.
Yeah, Kelly.
You do it.
I was
sometimes,
not paying
Destiny.
attention. What?
What? It's true.
The point
Why
is,
it true?
the point is, all right. Let me use this argument. People call me a clout chaser because people offer me onto their stream, but it's what I make of it. And now I'm using this opportunity to ask questions that I actually care about, so I can actually put that into my own work and actually, you know, take pride in like the advice that I'm getting or the things I'm learning. Because I'm sorry, if I had to choose between Destiny and xQc, yeah, I would rather listen to what xQc has to say rather than Destiny, because in reality, he's been through this, he's more successful, and it's not clout chasing.
Whoa! I disagree. I actually disagree. I disagree.
You disagree? Well, I don't. I said it, and I'll say it again. I feel like I
Nah.
would rather get advice from you than Destiny.
Okay, but in a sense, there are some people who literally choose and target their amounts or how kind of what their success is, because some people care about some stuff. The thing is that I care about nothing. That's why I'm more successful overall. Is that I do a bunch of shit that I'll just try and do, and because I care about nothing, right? And that makes me more diversified. And more, but that's because about politics and the actual politics of it, not like pop politics bullshit or whatever the fuck, like mainstream garbage. In a way, you can make the argument that Hassan is more successful than Destiny. And again, I'll still disagree with all these arguments. Everybody.
But it's all a matter of personal opinion, and I would still rather talk to someone like you because your content is more. I think it makes more sense because
you want to fuck him. That's why.
No, I mean, yeah, he's hot. Who wouldn't want to fuck him? The point is,
Right, skip to the end, then.
The point is, his content is more aligned with mine and my mindset rather than Destiny, who's is rather serious. Me, I'm not serious, but it's ironic that when I don't care, people call me a racist, people call me transphobic, people call me homophobic, when in reality, like, that's not the case.
In reality, because you use slurs.
Used to use slurs, and I'll...
As in used to, as in days ago?
Are you mixed race? I feel like you have a right. You know.
Not the N word. She uses all of the slurs.
It's a word.
Right?
It
She's
is
not
literally
specific.
a fucking word, and the fact that you get so pressed over someone else saying something shows how.
I don't care what you say, but you can't whine that people call you a transphobe.
If you don't care, don't comment.
When you say you hate transphobic people because they're mentally ill,
don't comment.
that's what you say, and
I
then
mean,
you
I'm
whine
saying
that
things
people
on
call you transphobe.
the point. Okay, but I'm allowed to have an opinion. I don't actually hate transgender people. The point is...
Well, why say it then?
Because it's funny to me.
Oh yeah, it's so funny.
To the people.
It's so funny. Haha. Brilliant joke.
God. You know what's funny? You only see what you want to see. You haven't seen the time where I've actually
What
considered
does
to
that
have...
mean?
I like this British funny.
The people who watch me consistently know who I am.
Could
and
you imagine
love
if
me for me,
Kelly
and
and
their opinion is more
xQc
valid
become
than
friends
people
after
who
this?
may
Merc
stop
would
in
kill herself.
and hate
Holy
me for
shit.
certain
So
reasons.
Merc,
Because
so Merc, you don't hate trans people.
no, I don't. I believe
Why?
anyone. I was gonna say it. I don't hate transgender people. I don't agree with it. I am able to have an opinion, especially if it's on the internet. But I believe people should be able to do whatever the fuck they want.
So you're
because I don't care.
transphobic.
What? I'm literally trying to answer your question seriously, and you're talking gibberish, and you're making fun of dude over here talking gibberish.
You can't speak English. That's different.
I answered your question matter-of-factly. I don't dislike transgenders. I don't agree with it, but at the end of the day, do what the fuck you want as long as it makes you happy.
You
and
love
as long
black
as I'm able
people?
to... I'm half black, you fucking cretin. You fucking...
I have to interject. I think there's some things you don't it's kind of like you don't have to agree with it or not. It's like if I said like, oh, this person is white. Do you agree? Well, I don't agree. I don't agree with them being white. I think it's kind of like it sounds so brain dead to me. I don't know what the fuck I just heard. I'm confused.
Wow.
The point is.
Well, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. It's something that's very foreign to me as a statement to make it. It's like saying, what? Go ahead. Sorry.
People have a right not to like anything. Like it's wrong to not like certain people for their skin color. I get it, but the fact that people are so drawn up about what people like, I get it when it's manifested evilly, when it's manifested as like a hate crime, like hurting people. I get it, but if someone has inside feelings about like the whole microaggressions or
The problem is they aren't inside because you fucking say them.
And then you know what? Whenever the the stream is over, I say what I need to say, and then I go into the people who actually fucking watch me, and I'm like, yo, should I have a transgender person on my stream? People ask me questions. Oh, do you think gay people should be able to fuck each other in the ass? I don't give a fuck. As long as I can fuck who I want to fuck. Everyone should be able to do whatever makes them happy, but if you're doing something on the internet, it is folly for content, it is folly for fucking extremist views, and it's folly for fucking bullshit.
You know who
right?
Anissa Jama is?
Yes, that's iDubbbz's wife, right?
You remind me of her a lot in like every way.
That's
I'm
not
an
nice on
OnlyFans girl,
Anissa.
so
Okay.
Well, it's just more like how you talk, your mannerisms, like sort of even your voice, honestly. Like just close your eyes and then listen to her talk. It's like Anissa.
well, I've never met her. Okay.
Well, I'm not saying that you're cloning her or copying her. I'm just saying like you're like sort of similar.
What does that add? What value does that add to what I'm saying? Are you trying to discredit me? Are you trying to add value? Why did you say that?
Trying to discredit you? Well, I think Anissa's a queen, so I think it kind of adds value.
Oh, so you're
probably.
a simp. Gotcha. Okay.
I'm an Anissa simp.
You think
that's
I'm
true.
hot? You think I'm hot because I look like Anissa? Now I know why you hate me. You wanna fuck me. All right.
You don't look anything like Anissa.
You said, but I remind you of her.
You sound like her.
But
why are you so desperate for men to want to fuck you? Or you do have a lack of
I thought I had
romantic
problems, and
men
I
think
heard you
about
guys
me.
talk. You guys have fucking problems. I don't even like. Holy shit, man.
Alright, can we not put Merc on suicide watch? I feel like we've bodied her.
dude, like,
at this
what
point.
is the purpose of that fucking comment?
I'm trying to stop them from bullying you because
What,
it's
you
not
purpose
said
would be
clear.
that is
okay.
reached
There is a clear
your
purpose.
my
The clear purpose would be
God.
your mom.
Man,
All right.
this guy, man.
This is just this is just real prime time grade A fucking wagyu
You got
fucking
owned.
content.
You got owned.
Dude.
You're owned,
No,
bitch.
yeah, your mom. Wow, no, you reverse Uno.
Your mom
fucking-
owns you, little
yeah,
bro.
All right. Oh, you are
El Riz.
El Riz. Dude, what the fuck is going? Like, what
You have no
actually is
Riz.
it? You're definitely a YouTuber. Definitely.
Gangnam Style, bro. You're owned.
What? You realize how fucking retarded you sound, right?
Despacito.
Because you're over. Yeah. Now you don't have anything to say, and so you're just gonna come over here and just say.
Dame
random
tu
shit.
cosita, bitch. You're owned.
Yeah, I'm owned.
xQc don't know you, little bro.
Well, he does because I'm sitting here asking questions, so he does in fact know me. My name's RJ. Nice to meet you, Felix. How are you? Now we've had an introduction, so he knows me. I don't know why everyone is so fucking okay, but I'm the one who doesn't want to have an actual conversation. I'm the one who feels passionate about this, and I'm actually trying to sit here and
Obama.
learn. Okay, you're literally proving my point. I'm just gonna stop talking now.
See, I told you guys, it's all the fucking inside jokes of Destiny Orbiters. Obama, he said it. That's
well,
funny.
look, see, you understood that joke, so it's not that inside.
I get it. Anytime I got pulled up, it will say Obama. I don't know what it means. It's gonna.
You said it. I was surprised you could even pronounce it. That's crazy.
This is insane. I
That's
have
a
no
good
idea
one.
what's going on right now. I just wanted to ask questions, and that's it. But I don't know how to have a conversation.
L. You took the
L.
L, though, bro. He don't know you.
Ratio plus you're not on camera.
All right,
so
Leafy, let's
don't
slow
know
down.
me.
Despacito.
Oh my god.
So what do you guys see yourselves in 10 years anyway?
Hopefully, I've got 11,000 current viewers by then. We'll see.
So do you want a serious question?
Hey, Destiny, there's no way you have actual fucking targets for your viewership. There's no shot. I don't believe it.
No, but I mean, I have targets for like people I'd like to associate with, or like shows and shit I want to be on. I'm in like Joe Rogan's orbit so fucking much. I'm waiting for that invite.
Oh,
Then I only want to go on Joe Rogan so I can watch Hassan be forced to react to it. It's really the only thing. Every time I'm on a larger show, I'm just thinking like, God, I know Hassan's gonna have to watch this on stream, and how much he's gonna maul doing it.
Bro, you know what I feel like? I feel like you're the type of guy who does that in like, bro,
Yeah.
I feel like Hassan is like one of your exes, and you're trying to like flex like so hard and like forever. It's
I
like,
do.
like, bro, when
My
does it
goal
stop?
is I want to be one day on stream with 50,000 viewers, and I want to send Hassan a picture in Twitter DMs, and I want to go, I got your whole viewership on my wrist, bro.
That's crazy.
Oh my god. Now you're just trolling, dude. I get it. He's feeling a bit edgy today, aren't we? Aren't we, Disney?
Listen, you guys brought this out of me, okay? You guys are degenerates today in here. I'm just trying to have a nice conversation.
I'm a
One
degenerate.
time I'm actually not trying to be degenerate, and everyone else is.
You're calling us degenerate when you specifically
Well,
let Merc
how
in
are you
here.
holding? Listen.
This is entirely your fault, you little
How's-
gnome.
Oh,
Wait.
call me a gnome, bitch! I'm 6'1". I'm not a fucking
To you,
gnome,
you dumb
okay?
fuck.
She was talking to you. She calls
Holy
every
shit.
woman gnome, though.
You
Don't take
think
it personally.
everyone's talking to you all of the
Well,
time?
you're the only one that hates me for no reason.
I
so-
wasn't talking to you.
Okay. Now the one time you're not.
Also, that's not true.
Holy shit.
Oh, well, actually, I don't give a fuck what you think about me, okay? I just don't like the fact that another woman that I've been nice to dislikes me because I don't like being mean to women because
Nice
the whole.
too.
Okay.
Merc, I think there's a lot of things I
you.
could say right now, but I'm gonna try to be genuine. The
No,
genuine
say
truth
it.
is that you'll probably never be enough, and you should give up.
That's your opinion, and I'm not going to give up on what I'm
It's
proud
my
of.
truth,
What...
which is the truth, and it's the
Okay.
objective truth,
Well,
and your opinion
unfortunately-
is
You know what's so
wrong based
funny?
on science.
Hey, let's just lay all the fucking cards out on the table. Shall we lay out all the fucking cards on the table so
Let's lay out
I
all
can
the cards.
People told me that I wasn't gonna get past 500 followers. People told me that I wasn't gonna get 1,000 followers. People told me this. People told me that.
Holy
People
shit.
told me
Doing a
that.
Zerka rant. Brilliant.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Wow. Okay. Fine. You know what? Never mind. Let's just say I have literally gotten every single thing I have wanted, and I'm not gonna stop because I'm proud of myself. I'm happy, and this is what I enjoy doing, and nothing that anyone can say will get me to stop. Not the
Despacito.
doxing. Okay. All right. That's it.
I can I be honest with you? I think as a creator, something that you have to kind of get a grasp of overall really early. This is like probably the best advice you'll ever get. I think is that targets for like analytics are overall a decent thing for like direction, but not that great for like in my opinion fulfillment, because these things come and go all the time, and if you have like your whole happiness and fulfillment out of it, right, it'll be given to you and taken away from you
That's
on
not
a
where
daily
it's placed,
basis
though.
multiple times, and it's gonna destroy you.
That's
And
not where it's placed, though. I use it as a way to defend myself because people are always doubting me, when in reality, I know that this is what I'm meant to do because I am fulfilled. When I started and was talking to people and not doing the shit I was doing, it's just the fact that I can have such a small crowd of people enjoy me compared to when other people watch me and they still enjoy it. Like, the
Isn't
fulfillment
it really
comes from
wild
within.
that like you said you were gonna take xQc's advice over mine, and XQ just repeated verbatim something I told you last night? Isn't that kind of crazy how that happened?
Well, guess what? I like him more than I like you, so that's the truth.
Man, I'm feeling pretty Vixen-y right now.
No, Destiny, I told you how I felt. I appreciate the conversation we had. That's why I reached out to you today, and I did not know that this was going to happen, and here we are. So,
You should have been whipping and nay-naying all the way to the finish line.
Shut up. Okay, Turkey, you pushed it too far.
Okay. All right. Well, that's how I feel. I'm happy with what I do, no matter if I have. It's just like I always have to defend myself, and I shouldn't have to defend myself because I know how I feel. I feel fulfilled. I feel successful, whether I have one viewer,
Yeah,
whether
the more you say it, the less it has value. That's what I'm trying to say.
So just don't.
Don't say it and flex on them. That's it. If the whole point is that you exist past the threshold of success that you think you're gonna have, or that you should have reached, right? Your existence is proof on a daily basis. That's why sometimes you don't have to tell them anything.
Yeah,
You just
so I don't have
exist
to
and they
explain
evolve.
myself to nobody.
That's right.
That's right. Thank you.
Right.
All right.
Well,
Can we
anyway,
have an actual
so Destiny, what have you
conversation
been
now?
up to anyway, brother?
Fuck me, dude. I don't know. I was someplace last month. I went to Toronto for Mr. Mooton's wedding. How cool was that? He got
That sounds
married.
kind of boring. Oh.
What do you mean boring? It was my best friend's. Fuck you guys. It was awesome.
I think weddings are fucking boring as shit.
Well, good for you. I had a fun date. I had a fun time dancing. It was Toronto. I got to see the city. It was a great time. So fuck you. After that, I went to New York City, hung out with some friends for a few days. That was cool. Then I came back, and now I'm here. And now I've just been, grinding my stream on that grind set.
I went to the club and I caught some sort of sickness, I think.
Yeah, is it chlamydia?
Going to the club.
Just kidding.
That is funny, bro. That actually is funny. Good one.
I'm sorry. That was fucked up. Are you? Do you get sick often when you travel? I've noticed over the past year or two that because I'm traveling so much, I'm starting to get sick more often. It's really fucking annoying.
Because I bite my nails, I'm fucking stupid.
Oh shit, true.
I do the same thing.
I had like already a throat like a throat sickness thing, and it wasn't too bad. It was like manageable, and it was kind of getting better a little bit. I think I caught like two at the same time now. I think because now I have something kind of different, like a whole different throat feel.
I have a question. Do you believe in COVID?
Oh yeah, I had it twice.
Okay, I was just curious because okay.
Just a totally normal question.
You believe in COVID?
Do you believe in it?
Yeah, I just got over it. I just got over it, so I've had it.
Are you
twice
really
as well.
6'1"?
Yeah, I'm 6'1".
too.
Is that
Wow.
crazy?
Talking slave. Sorry. Anyway.
Is that crazy being like that tall for a girl? I
No,
feel like
you
that's
know,
crazy.
I am actually very confident with myself. I'm secure with myself. I feel like I'm very beautiful. I carry myself well in the real world. I garner a lot of attention, and I think I handle it well. And I'm not gonna let you. I know what you're trying to do. You're gonna make.
I'm
fun of
actually
me
not
for
even
being-
trying to shit on you. I'm shorter than you, and I wish I was as tall as you. So I'm not even
that's
shitting
the
on
problem. You've got the Napoleon.
It's not a
disorder.
problem. I just asked you.
You've got the Napoleon disorder. That makes sense.
Okay,
excuse me,
okay,
miss,
okay.
you
For the
literally
record,
have a
I'm
bone
5'11".
fucking issue,
I'm
okay?
not. I don't have the
Chill, all right? Calm
Napoleon
down.
disorder. I just decided to make some light conversation because I was curious. Okay, that's all.
Yes, I am 6'1". I am mixed. Yes, and I'm.
I didn't say anything about that either, but that's cool.
You did. You've made a lot of comments about asking if I'm black or not, or what I am.
You have,
and I
Turkey.
answered.
Well, you specifically brought it up when I was like, I don't remember what I said. I think I called you retarded. You're like, I'm an autistic black woman, so that's the only
I
reason
never
I brought
said
it
it that I, bro. VODs. I never.
You
said
literally
that,
did say that,
I did not say
August. I know you're watching right now. Rewind that real quick.
No,
Put the
it's
reference in
okay.
from when she says,
It's
I'm an
good.
autistic black woman that you're bullying. Throw that in here.
You think this is going on my main channel? You're fucking crazy.
Well, whatever channel it goes on, I trusted August to do the right thing and validate my...
Oh, shit. Wait, do you guys know each other? Or were you guys just talking earlier? I forgot. Oh, no, you were talking earlier. Never mind. Fuck.
Hello.
Yeah, we go way back. We're working on a video about you.
You go
Yo,
way
what's going
back.
on your
You're
channel?
21. You can't go way back into anything. You'd go back into the womb.
Me and August go way back, and it's going on
No,
your
you and
channel.
Abba. Sorry, he just tried.
Ab and I go way back.
No, I've never met this guy before. Yo, Destiny.
Destiny, I got a question
Ab and
for
I
you.
go way back. We used to go to school with Drake together in Ronto.
Yeah,
You know,
did
we
you?
was chilling.
Yeah, Destiny.
What's up?
There's some people that's in your community that are like the most ill and like cause the most damage, right? And then every time I go and stream, you like invite them in over and over again. Like if they, you have to like explain. What was that? What's that about?
What are you specifically referring
asking me,
to?
wait,
now?
hold on. Are you asking me about the follies of bringing somebody back into my life that's mentally ill over and over again? Just to be clear, is that what you're asking me?
Ah, man.
Abba, what did you want to say? Abba, you had a question? What was
To
it?
be fair, the most recent mentally ill person is a big fanboy of xQc, so I think you got to hold that L.
Wait, are you talking about? I don't even know what we're talking about. Are you talking about Merc?
Is that somebody told me she's the black lav?
I was.
Stop.
First
Why
of
do you
all,
have to
I'm
make
not
it?
black. I'm mixed, and it's all for a bit. And I think if I
I'd say
actually was
she's
a
the
fangirl-
mixed lav, definitely.
If I was a fangirl, I would not be able to control myself as I am now. It's literally.
You're not controlling yourself right now.
You're not
You're
controlling
yourself.
yourself. You
It's
literally
all-
have your
Sorry.
cam
Oh my
on.
god, xQc, give me your cock. Like, is that what you want to hear from me? That's not.
You
the
just
case.
said it.
Oh my, that's not what I'm.
Clip.
That's not what I
Ogre
meant.
troll.
That's not what I meant. All right.
Oh
Shrek.
man.
That is not what I meant.
xQc, how do you feel about black Canadian women?
What is there to feel about? They're just women. Like, what about them? They're just women. I don't. These are like trap questions. I feel like you're trying to get me somewhere, right? You're never gonna get me on any of this shit, okay? I like all women. I date any woman. Why does that have to be so like targeted like that? I don't get it. Oh, it was a joke. My bad. Okay, my bad.
I have a question for you as someone who's American, but I'm currently living in Toronto. What do you think about the statement, Canadians have no swag?
Oh, what kind of fucking question is that, dude?
Well, it's kind of hard to have
It's
swag
not for
when
you.
when you're dressing up all the time against the weather. It's kind of like impossible.
Wait,
I
is
just
it
feel
that
like
cold in
I
Toronto?
feel like, dude, I always thought the whole like people wearing like a backwoods Bart Simpson shirt with like Adidas pants and like really weird like Jordans and like a strange coat. Like I thought that was like a made up thing that people didn't wear. I thought it was like ironic, but I came here and like every fucking person is literally an Indian person wearing that.
Yo,
Wait,
you want
what's wrong with being Indian?
There's nothing wrong with being Indian.
Indians are just a group of brown people who wanted to be black but failed. That's what
I'm actually leaving the
So do you think that's where the lack of swag comes from?
All right.
I want to give the real
I love
hot
you,
take.
Felix.
Ready
Be
for that,
careful.
Destiny? Since you have so many Canadians in this.
Yeah.
What's up with Disney orbiters and making everything racial for no reason when nobody asked? I don't get it. Like we could go.
Nothing was made fucking racial.
It's not about
dumbass.
Destiny. That's my full-time job. It's what I do on YouTube, and I get paid well.
It's all right.
for
Be patient.
racial.
xQc is still on Twitch. Okay, they're very sensitive over there. All right.
Okay,
that's all
no
good
worries.
happens.
It's not that I'm doing it. It's just overall. I just don't see the point in doing it. You guys do it all the time. It's like insane. It's like you guys are like.
Here's a real hot take. The real hot take is that Americans are actually kinder than Canadians.
We
Even though
are.
we're
I agree.
stereotyped.
We are.
Yeah, I
We
agree
are.
with that.
I love being American, and there's nothing wrong with being American, and I feel like more people should say that.
No, of all the
Yeah.
British retarded
All right,
children,
British, all right,
Australians
all
are the better.
right,
Okay,
all right.
Canadians are cringe and
I've
Americans
lived in
are
Australia.
worse.
I've literally lived in Australia, and they are a bunch of assholes over there. The minute they find out you're American, they treat you
Good.
like shit.
That's
and they...
how it should be.
Oh, yeah. All right, yeah, but if it's an American treating someone else like shit, oh my god, an American treated a fucking someone else terrible. Let's fucking cast fucking... Oh, like,
I think the
hate
reason why
them.
people have that problem is because there's a lot of recent, like, a lot of people say unnecessary, like, military excursions by the United States military, like, invading Iraq and stuff like that, like, probably would say is unnecessary. And so as a result, they see us as, like,
It is
colonialists.
unnecessary. I'm not saying it. I believe in isolationism. I believe we should leave our own fucking affairs here on our soil.
I'm just
in
saying, like,
America.
I think that's probably the reason why people say
But the
shit like
point is, don't fucking overgeneralize because you, okay, for example, with Islam, right? People are like, oh, Muslims are ISIS members or this and that. Like, no. Like, there is Islamic extremists, just like there are Christian extremists, which would be the KKK, is what I believe. So it's like everyone has an extremist group. I don't know why everyone just targets America because we're America. Everyone has extremist groups. It's just a part of society. It's a part of culture. It's everywhere. I just don't know why that we have to fucking worry about everybody else. Just mind our own fucking business. Keep our affairs over here. Stop sending money to fucking wars we fucking created and mind our own fucking business.
That's where we
What do you think about Israel?
Helping Ukraine bad.
I'm listen. I'm not even gonna make. I'm not gonna make the statement. I'm not gonna make the statement.
Ooh.
What do
she was
you
about
mean?
to roast you, Kelly. She was about to destroy you, Kelly.
Are you saying something bad might happen if you speak about Israel?
No, I don't. I'm not educated enough on the Palestine-Israel, détente.
You're not educated to speak on anything in here, and you haven't stopped talking.
I'm American, so I
Well,
actually.
I personally have a lot of
Nobody in
strong
here
opinions
is
about
okay.
Israel at one
Nobody's
point in my
highly
life.
educated in here. They're all stupid. She's just terrible
Except for me.
public speaking.
But I had a lot of strong reservations about Israel, and then I tried a. Are you
Bro.
familiar with a potato pancake? And now
Guys,
my world
this
changed.
is way above my pay grade. I think I'm gonna go play some Side Factory.
Have you had a potato
it's
pancake?
Nice meeting you all. You guys
Well,
are
you
all.
lasted longer than I thought.
Yeah, that was something.
He's running. He's
I
scared.
love you, buddy. Be careful.
He's malding.
Stay safe.
It was nice
You
meeting
too, man.
everyone.
You too, brother. Yeah,
Bye.
nice meeting you guys. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Magooey Punch, thanks for the
Howard.
20 gifted subs.